Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
Nice way to lean back, like I just said to do right when we were recording.
Well, whatever. For freedom. What's up, everyone? This is episode 101.
101
of the iLLogical Sense Podcast. This is your boy Busby.
And over here is JC No Honeys
and Martine.
Yo.
See, it was really quick. This time it's more settled now. It used to be hella quick.
Yeah.
And we've been here for like an hour trying to fucking fix microphones and technical difficulties, and then we were just watching Raw for a good hour. And
give me a hell yeah!
Yeah.
Basically.
Perfect. Oh, this look like Mick Foley just said perfect. And how y'all doing?
Great.
It's cool.
Today's my Friday, work week wise.
That's what's up.
Lucky you.
Lucky you indeed. Shit. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Well, I mean, it's Monday.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
I did go to the movies. I saw that movie Searching with Harold. Name's Paul Cho, but he's Harold to me. From Harold and Kumar, the Asian dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Never heard of it.
Okay, the trailer for the movie. Have you heard of the movie at least? Searching?
Nope. Didn't you just hear me?
No. I thought you were being sarcastic with me. So let me explain it to y'all niggas. Searching is a movie that takes place all on a computer again. Not like, what's it called? Unfriended. But like it all takes place on a computer. It tells a story of a father whose daughter goes missing, and throughout the whole movie he's trying to find her. And
it's not taken?
Well, it's not taken. This time she's missing and he doesn't know if she got kidnapped or anything. Yeah, it's not like that. That's a good concept. It could have been funnier. But yeah, but the whole point I'm bringing that part up is because the whole setting, the city setting of the movie takes place in San Jose.
Round of applause for the city. Yeah,
I was shocked. I didn't know.
Watch that shit.
Yeah,
because I'm sitting there because they had a limited release. It's going to be opening up all over this week because they got hella critical acclaim at Sundance and shit. But when they had the limited release, San Jose was one of them. And I saw, I was like, why is that? And I watched it, I'm like, oh, because they showed the phone call and it said 408 and shit. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay.
Damn.
And then they showed the Bay Area news logos, like ABC7 and NBC, And then, this is how I know the dude who wrote it had to be from San Jose, because they combined some of the high school she went to was called Ever Creek.
Not only is it San Jose, but it's East Side.
Probably.
It's like Evergreen and Silver Creek.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was like, only people from out here in San Jose would get that.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh shit, okay. And I looked up, and that dude Parcho or whatever, I'm just gonna call him Harold. Harold is 46 years old, and he still looks the same.
He's Asian.
Mm-hmm.
Some Asians look old.
Once they reach a certain age.
Yeah, when they look 100.
It's just like automatic.
It just happens automatically.
They were that way when they were 102, Busby.
Damn. But he still looks the same. That's like the craziest shit. He had no like wrinkles or nothing. He literally looked the same. Like, damn, he must smoke a lot of weed.
He's Asian. I just got through saying this shit, bro.
Well, okay.
Come on.
Well, some black don't crack and Asian don't.
Something.
Asian.
They just stay Asian.
They stay Asian. Asian don't Asian, but they just stay Asian.
Black don't crack and Asian don't Asian. Asian ain't Asian.
But they stay Asian. Hey, that's a good one. That's a bar. You just being filled with bars today.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't have bars, but he should still rap everywhere. If Joe Budden would drop a rap song right now.
He got bars, bro.
I know, but if he'll drop with the clout that he has now, if he would drop a song right now, it'll be the number one. You don't think it'll be number one?
No.
Maybe top 5?
Because there's a lot of people that don't want to hear Budden rap. They want to hear him talk.
Right.
There's a difference. There's a difference between Joe Budden, the rapper,
and Joe Budden, the hip-hop analyst.
The media personality. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
I still say it could happen. It could happen.
I mean, anything can happen.
It could happen. Teenagers in the outfield.
No. But either way, we want to give a special round of applause
For Joseph Budden.
and the Joe Budden Podcast.
People thought you'd been shouting out Joe Budden. Remember in the first episode, you were like, fuck him.
Yeah, because I was mad he blocked me. I said that too.
Yeah. He had a really great week, which was in development since he left Everyday Struggle. Mm-hmm. And not only does he have his show, State of the Culture, that is going to be on Revolt on September 10th.
He was turtlenecking it too.
Yeah, that trailer was hella funny. That trailer was hella funny. But he made the announcement on his podcast that the Joe Budden Podcast is moving exclusively to Spotify.
Yeah.
Him, Roy, and Mar are going exclusively to Spotify. So don't go on the app, or go on iTunes, or go on none of that. Go on Spotify. The bag has been secured. So a round of applause for all three of those gentlemen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Well
Parks
deserved.
included, and everybody else. They're actually going to start doing 2 shows a week.
Yeah.
So we will get our regularly listening pleasure on Wednesdays as usual. But then they're going to throw another one in on Saturdays as well.
That's going to be... And damn, Joe's going to be busy.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing that. Then he has to do the Revolt show and then record another one.
You know what's funny about that too? Is that every time Rory and Ma would ask him something, he'd be like, why the fuck would I know? I don't know. I don't work. And now all of a sudden...
Now he has to work.
Yeah, now he's got a job.
Because one thing I took from that announcement episode, he was going down the whole history of, how he got to that point.
Right.
How he was broke. He was a retired rapper and broke. And the only thing he had any passion for was that podcast. And I was just like, wow, so he goes to the same problem that me, JC, and other people that be doing podcasts do, but he just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's just how it should be. Because a lot of shit goes on behind the scenes you niggas don't know about. But you press play and enjoy yourselves. So enjoy yourself.
That breakdown was very important to hear. And especially the next day when the podcast was available on YouTube, to actually see it in his eyes, because it's true. I mean, a lot of people don't know the background of it. And I like how Parks put it. All that money that goes to getting a pizza or booking a session if you're doing it in a recording studio or anything that goes around it, you're not recouping anything back, but you're doing it because you believe in something. And that was important. I was glad that got brought into play.
This mic picks up everything. Shit.
Now, we're going to stay on this topic because there actually is a report that's going around. And I don't know who made the report, but it's as follows. Quote, the podcast market is on pace to reach $49.5 billion by 2022.
So,
end quote.
Why you gotta do the quote, end quote?
Because we're quoting.
You can just say quote, and I quote. I know, it's just a pet peeve. I just hear it. It's like, just say quote.
Well, when you're speaking in that term, that's a professional way to use it.
I get it, but we don't have to be professional.
I don't know who the fuck listening to this shit. Shit, Bill Gates could be listening to this for all
And he'll
we fucking
probably
know.
laugh. It's like, and I quote. I just say, and I quote. So I don't have to use that. They know when we talking and not talking.
You're supposed to say end quote either way.
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And I quote, end quote, whatever. 49.5 billion.
So we need to get some money from this shit.
Yeah.
I'm saying, bro.
Now I can, because you were saying this before we got on air. Maybe that was the reason why Joe Budden decided to move, because 9 times out of 10, everyone's podcast is on iTunes. And not exclusively, or it's all all over, but mainly it's on iTunes. And we don't get no money from that shit.
Well, I just found out ours is streaming. This podcast alone is streaming on 11 different platforms.
11?
So we have what we promote every week, which is SoundCloud and iTunes. Then I found out 2 weeks ago we're actually on Google Podcasts.
Google Play.
No, they have their own app, Google Podcasts.
What?
Yeah, kind of how Apple has
theirs.
okay.
So we're on there. And then there's a whole bunch of those startup medians. And when you search us, we pop up there.
But not Spotify.
But not Spotify, because Spotify is different. Spotify, they have to approve you being on there. It's the same with title.
It's
Interesting.
that is entry of not title, the title.
Yeah, you got to get that title.
Gotta get that title.
You gotta wait till they
Hov
invite
gotta
you to
approve
title.
your ass.
Yeah.
Don't run up on them, but you gotta approve. Hov gotta approve it.
If he sends you an email and your email ain't attached to anything and you ain't getting no 6 months free, he ain't gonna holler at you later.
Oh.
Unless it's for freedom. Press it. For freedom!
We'll get into that later. But, so I brought that report up because there's a question we now have to ask, which is, was the Joe Budden podcast and their deal with Spotify something that only benefited them, or was that the first domino piece to fall into place for the podcast game as a whole for where we could potentially be going?
Maybe a combination of both.
Right.
Maybe a combination. It's really beneficial for them because...
Oh, obviously.
I mean, obviously, because now rappers got to be nice to... Like, artists have to be really nice to them because they're on Spotify now. They have those sleepers and shit like that. So they could just say a track and their fucking hits could go up. Like,
well,
you know...
I think the dope thing about it, too, is that of course, they have the sleepers, but now we know about Spotify and their playlists. So now that gives Joe all this access to now have an official Joe Budden Podcast sleepers playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I didn't even think
and they'll
about
pay
that.
his ass for it, too.
That's right.
Him and Rory Moore can construct that playlist.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, these artists have to be nice to him now. Yeah, they have to be nice. Don't be surprised if Drake decides to show up to his shit now. Like, seriously.
Bruh.
Don't be surprised if some of these artists want to be guests on his show now. He knows what his power is now. He knows. That's, man, shout out to the round of applause for Joe Budden. Man.
It's dope to see where he's ended up.
Yeah,
where he started and now where he is.
Right,
I mean,
and it's
I ain't gonna call it ended up because, I mean, it's barely getting started, the podcast game. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I say ended up because it's just a testament to it doesn't matter which route you take. If it's written, you're gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
And to other people, it may look like you got sidetracked, but in actuality, this was the route that was designed for you.
Right.
Because he retired from rapping. And I just remember every time I saw Joe rap, especially like the last Shady Cypher,
right,
he looked depressed. He was hella depressed. And I was just like, damn. Because I remember I watched that recently. And I was like, maybe when he raps, that's probably why he retired. Because when he raps, he doesn't feel good rapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Yeah. But then when you see him on the podcast talking to Rory Maul, his friends, he's happy as fuck. He's goofy, he's funny, he says real shit, but he's with his boys, he's most relaxed, he's happy.
And it took a while to get to that too.
Oh, I mean, if we all listen to the...
Remember the first half back when it wasn't Joe Budden Podcast, but
if I name this podcast later, yeah. He was chasing cars. I mean, he still would. Don't get me wrong, he still would do that. He still would. But yeah, I listened to Joe for like since he started, and I was thinking more rappers need to do this, and then that's when Noriega started his shit. I think it's just Noriega right now. Him, Joe Budden, and Noriega, and isn't there another rapper who has a podcast or not? I think that's it.
I wouldn't doubt there being more.
There should be more. I think Crooked Eye started his own shit, but Snoop. Well, Snoop always had that
GGN?
shit. Snoop always had that.
Snoop has his hand in everything.
Yeah.
He just does everything.
Yeah, Snoop always had that, but they have like an act because Joe, when he started podcasting, he was still rapping. That's what I was thinking shit, and I was gonna do a Subway to somebody else, but we get to her later. But Nicki, that's a good Subway for her to start, podcasting, radio shit. More artists need to do that shit. He paved the way for them niggas. Them Slaughterhouse niggas need to see what Joe's doing and figure it out
for sure.
Stop relying on Marshall.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see where, obviously, that question is going to be playing up until 2022. And hopefully we can answer that a lot sooner. But there's somebody else that is taking advantage of that. And he's actually himself had a good-ass week last week. Actually, last 2 weeks.
Kobe always has good weeks, man.
Yeah, and that'd be none other than Kobe Bean Bryant.
Kobe. For freedom! Explosion. Every time I say it.
You can't because you can't cut stuff off.
You can't cut.
That's why you don't. That's why you don't operate what's going on.
And don't make me push the button. For freedom.
Now we can go.
For freedom.
Yeah. So of course, Kobe turned 40 on the 23rd.
He don't look 40 at all. Black don't crack.
Yeah. The shirt that Vanessa got him was hilarious. I told Larissa, buy me that shirt when I turn 40.
I didn't see it.
I am 39 plus a middle finger.
Plus, yeah.
Wow.
So he had that a week earlier. So, of course, we know his investment with the Body Armor sports drink. He invested $6 million a couple years ago. That investment is now turned into $200 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
When I
getting
seen that,
money.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Kobe getting money.
What else is new?
Seriously. But we bring him up again because in relation to the podcast, he actually launched his own podcast this past Saturday, which was August 25th. The Punnies.
The Punnies?
I believe that's how you pronounce
Is
it.
it the Poonies?
I was thinking puny.
Or the Punies.
Whatever it's called. It's
Either
dope.
way, it's up.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
And
Pronounce it.
he's really staying on this idea to tell stories, especially to the kids, because this is all predicated and set on youth sports. So that's pretty much what the topics are going to be at hand.
So then it's gonna talk about just youth sports and football and all the other shit, or basketball.
I'm
all that
guessing.
shit.
I didn't get a chance to listen to it yet.
Because
but
youth sports,
I got the next 2 days off, so I'm for
youth
sure
sports.
gonna
That's just
listen to
a whole other genre of shit. Like that's like a whole other world.
Yeah.
So,
But obviously, he's a good businessman in terms of what's been taking place. Because I remember Martine. Everybody was asking, well, he's going to lose his mind after basketball.
Oh, yeah.
So far, he's racked up an Oscar. He's gotten $194 million return on his investment. And then he celebrated his 40th birthday. And now he has jumped in and played his role in the podcast game.
I mean, and don't forget about the ESPN
and
Detail.
thank you, Detail.
yeah, he got that shit too.
Right.
Damn. Kobe's been winning ever since he retired. He should. It makes him
it-
wonder if he should have done it
He was
sooner.
winning when he was playing.
I bet he was
You know
thinking,
what
man,
I'm
I should
saying?
have did this. I bet you part of him was thinking,
5
man,
rings.
I think part of him was like, man, I should have did this sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But he was winning championships.
No. I'm
So
talking about in
saying.
the heyday when his body was breaking down and shit. When you guys weren't winning shit.
Yeah, but at that point, he was also looking at it as a challenge for himself. Once he set his mind on something like, okay, let's see if I can beat this.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That's how
so-
he is.
yeah. But either way, props off to him.
Kobe!
And of course, like I said, so his birthday, he was receiving a lot of love from former teammates. You had Fish, Powell, Kron Butler, of course. A lot of people don't forget Kron was with us for that year. And that's how we ended up getting Kwame, unfortunately. But, he shouted him out. And then, of course, you had Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom had a really heartfelt, touching shout out, on his Instagram, just basically saying, you're my number one brother for life. Which then leads into real quickly, I don't know if you guys saw.
I saw it.
Yeah, he had that interview with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Those shit was funny until shit got real.
Yeah.
bro.
So it's called Cold as Balls, and they call it that because they're sitting in the damn ice baths, having this interview. One thing that stood out, like Busby said, it was funny, it was energetic until it got to the 2015, the incident at the brothel. And Lamar says, quote, "Doctors said I had 12 strokes and 6 heart attacks while I was in that coma," end quote. And I heard that, and then my face looked exactly like Kevin's. You just
Like, what?
damn.
Yeah, 12 strokes and 6
what?
heart attacks, and he's
What
still
did you
here.
say?
Right.
And now he wants to make a comeback?
Like,
Hey, man.
you want to talk about people that are destined for something bigger than themselves.
How old is he?
Well, he was, 18, 19 when he came in the league? So that was 99? He's just under 40 himself, I believe.
And he wants to make a comeback.
I don't know if he's making a comeback on the court, but I know he's trying to make a comeback within
Oh, life.
basketball in terms of the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. Like, go to the Warriors. Get yourself a ring.
Don't do that shit. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I
I'll walk
said
out
it.
this damn house right now.
Okay.
And I'm gone.
And I'm taking the board with me.
Okay. I have my own sound effect. I'd be like that dude from Police Academy. Making up my own sound effects with my mouth.
Hell no.
Think I'm playing.
I really don't think that you're
I know. That's the part.
But shouts out to Lamar getting another chance at life. Like, I'm gonna give him a round of applause for that.
Good for him.
For sure. Now, we thought it was just going to be one member, but it ended up being the whole Cash Money clique again.
That was the whole Cash Money.
All of them had something to do. Like, they were in the story, the news this week. But, of course, the main one
Why was Arbery in the news? I'm trying to think.
Well, we'll get there.
Oh, yeah, that's why he's in the news.
We just got done talking about it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. Like, why
before we
was he
hit
in the
record.
news? Nigga, shut up.
Yeah, the Nicki Minaj aftermath.
I mean, there's nothing much I can really say, but I'll just say. So, Queen Radio, actually, when we talk about podcasting, Nicki should really look into this shit. Because she's funny as fuck.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming. You know what I mean?
I know. I thought Queen Radio was just going to be for her album.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's initially what I thought.
But no, she saw it as a platform for her to voice her opinion all around the world, Craig. So she said she was, last week we talked about how she was going to give out awards, her own little awards. So she decided she stole this from us.
She really did. I was listening and I was like, what?
Well, she called him hoe ass. No, she called hoe nigga, not hoe ass nigga. See, I call him the hoe ass nigga of the week. She called him hoe nigga. There's a difference. There's a whole ass.
She stole that shit from us.
It's like the Vanilla Ice theory. It's not the same.
Oh God.
It's not the same. Anyway, hoe ass. It's not the same. Don't put the ha-ha.
What kind of shit is that?
Anyway, so she gave Travis Scott the whole nigga of the week because just for more ways than one, she just feels she's just a sore loser. That's pretty much what it comes down to. She was saying that he didn't deserve that, and because of the bundle packs and all types of shit.
She called this nigga Auto-Tune Man.
Yeah, that was funny.
Wait, but she was complaining about the bundle packs, but she did the same thing,
Yeah.
didn't she?
She just mad it didn't work in her favor.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
Anyway.
But that was definitely something I was looking at. I was like, you complaining about this man because he played the same game that you did, but
and lost. You just lost.
He did it a whole lot better with better music.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it comes down to at the end of the day. Not because of a baby, not because of your girlfriend, not because of none of that. All it comes down to is the music.
Yeah.
And the music was just better for 2 weeks in a row, and yours just was second best.
Nope.
The end. You lose. Good day, sir. Y'all sing Willy Wonka. You lose. But she couldn't take it, so she gave out another award. She gave out Queen of the Week. For freedom! Harriet Tubman.
You do not take any pre-show advice at all.
I really don't. For anyway.
So if a listener is listening to this in the car and they crash,
well, that's on them. Y'all can turn your shit down. It don't matter. Anyway,
it was down.
Well, it's up now. Anyway, Queen of the Week went to Harriet Tubman. Now, I never thought in a million years, because I learned about Harriet Tubman in high school, and, you know, she freed slaves and all the other shit. Now, a freaking rapper gave her Queen of the Week because Harriet Tubman knows what it's like to walk in my shoes. That's what Nicki said. Shit is that? Nicki said, and I quote.
Yep.
And I quote, not no quote unquote shit. Harriet Tubman knows what it's like to walk in my shoes.
Yeah.
Just hit him on Twitter.
No,
that's just randomly. That's all random shit.
Doing that shit. You gonna hit our holy
just randomly because I don't know what to say. It was just got to the point. It was just
be like the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, bro.
It was, but I just knew she's on something. But the best part about this is that when she was going on her little rants, this is on the second episode that she did. You heard someone in the background talking to her, and it was Larry Jackson, who's the content provider for Apple Music, like head contact provider, and he pretty much told her that he's really, really disappointed in her right now. Extremely disappointed.
He walked in there like...
pretty much. And he said he's extremely disappointed in her. And I was like, that's one of the head hot shows. And I'm like, oh boy. But she kept going and kept going. And she was just, and even throughout the whole show, all she played, like you would think it was when Drake does OVO radio, he does play a little bit of himself, but he plays like younger cats and shit, right? Like he'll put a platform for other artists. Not Nicki.
Yeah, you would think she would use her platform to just play nothing but
female.
up and coming femcs.
No, just all Nicki.
Yeah.
Nothing but Nicki. Nothing but Nicki Minaj music. Like if
That
you
motherfucking DJ Booth, that he remember how we were talking about she has a whole bunch of yes men?
He's one of them.
He's not just a yes man. He's one of the primary enablers in her circle right now.
And Keith, that the other dude,
Yeah.
Keith too. Yeah,
we found out 2 of the primary enablers easily.
If y'all didn't listen to that bullshit, old boy was saying how Queen's one of the best albums of the year, and Nicki's not only just a great female rapper, but one of the greatest rappers of all time. We need a new haha from him. But
There's only one haha.
no, I can find it. I'm an M stan. I know his ha-has. That's how much of a stan I am. I'll let you know.
The other one don't have the little clicks in the back.
Why you need the clicks for?
Emphasis.
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 Emphasis. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Every now and then we allow you to talk and you provide a
Shut
jam.
up. Shut up. Shut up.
We gonna fight.
Anyway, yeah, we found out the enablers, and it was like, okay, that's one of the problems. If don't ever be a yes man around me. Don't ever, like they were just bigging her head up, and Nicki just kept going on rants upon rants upon rants, just gloating about herself.
She should jump on that Rax beat.
What
Got
rant?
rants on rants.
And then she keep talking about how there's a conspiracy theory trying to take her down and shit, but whatever.
No damn conspiracy.
But
got
the
trash
thing,
music over the
but
last
the thing
4
she
years.
didn't release, because there was another award she didn't do. It was the Secret Hater of the Week. Now, she implied that it was a male rapper, but she didn't really go into it because then she kept getting so caught up in her own ego, she forgot to talk about it. And then a lot of people were thinking, I think this might be Drake. Because when Queen came out, Drake didn't promote that album at all. He didn't post on his Instagram. He didn't post on Twitter. He didn't retweet. Didn't do nothing. Now, that's why Meek Mill got mad. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting, but she didn't say it. And it was like, huh. And also, what made it even funnier is that, was it the same night when Queen Radio came out? Because they had the...
I listened to the one on Tuesday, the one when the Barbs attacked me on Twitter.
Yeah. Yep. Welcome to my world.
That shouldn't bother me. I was laughing. I laughed my ass off. I had to text Larissa, though, and be like, yo, chill. Because I knew if she saw my timeline...
She would take the fire, too.
It wasn't just taking fire. She was going to start taking down addresses, and she was going to plan her vacation around an ass-whooping tour herself. So I was like, yo, chill. It's good.
Yeah, the Barbs attacked you because you said something. What did you say?
Basically somehow, well, the first episode, like, again, I thought this was just circled around Queen. So as I'm listening, I'm like, oh, she's having a live breakdown. She's pretty much going to end her professional career right now.
So you had the popcorn gift. Yep, that's what you said. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's when they attacked you.
And they all came in talking about our podcast, this and that, and I was like, yeah, we take all listens, thank you.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, because the same night or the night after RB had his tour, Drake had his tour, and he brought out Travis Scott.
Yep.
And Travis Scott yelled, #1 album in the world. Yeah, so, and I was thinking, okay.
And he said this shit, because we didn't hear it when we were watching the VMAs last week.
He said
this shit on there, too.
#1 album in the world.
Oh, shit.
Pretty much daring her to say something. So then Nicki came back on again because she said she was going to give out Cocksucker of the Week. She even went after a Fader writer because this person wrote another article, a negative article about her on some Trump shit, on some hoe ass nigga shit. So she decided to do Cocksucker. No. And then after that, that's when the tour got announced. It got canceled.
Oh, no. Just get to that because we have a whole.
Oh, I get the list, but let me get to it.
Know what I'm saying? Just get to that because then we have a whole segment talking about that tour.
Oh, I get it. So, Cocksucker of the Week. It goes to... That's what it's called. Cocksucker of the Week.
I know, but, you know.
She came in guns blazing, and she gave it to Irving Azoff. Now, who is Irving Azoff? He is a former chairman and CEO of Ticketmaster and former CEO of Live Nation.
So he's a somebody.
A big somebody.
Yeah.
A big somebody who has a lot of power and pull. And she was saying, like, yeah, you got a lot of power, but you were going around saying negative things about me and da-da-da-da, especially about my tour. And was accusing him of spreading lies and all types of shit.
You told Harpo to tweet about me.
Pretty much. Not only, and then 5 minutes after that little breakdown she was like, oh, I get a phone call from the big boss. Just play Fifi. Fifi started playing for a good 5 minutes. And then she came back and she was like, hey, I just got a phone call from somebody pretty big. Yeah. So anyway, and she was like, yeah, when I answered the phone, I was like, am I in trouble? And then she quickly changed the subject and whole energy just changed. Yeah, whole energy just changed after that. Mm-hmm. So it was like, yeah, someone told you to shut the fuck up before we pulled the plug on your whole shit.
Yeah.
Now, why she went after Irving, what's his name, Azoff, what the fuck his name is, was because reports came out that her North American tour, so what's it called, the Nicki Hendrix? That's what it's called, right? Got canceled.
Queen Hendrix, or I don't know, whatever
it
is, because it ain't called that no more.
It's called canceled.
Yeah, so
it's called
shout
peasant.
Yeah. So shout out to the publication Page 6 because they reported this.
Yeah, the first ones.
The headline just read, ticket sales are in the toilet.
And not just that, Twitter even showed they had evidence, they had receipts. They went to Ticketmaster and showed all the open seats in all the arenas. There was hella tickets left.
So we have an excerpt from this article, which I'll go ahead and I'll read right now. This announcement comes shortly after we published a report citing an unnamed source with Live Nation who said Minaj is, quote, spiraling out of control, end quote, and the tour is in a danger of being canceled. Nicki's tour could be the most disappointing ticket sales of the year for any artist, the source said. These are big arenas with up to 20,000 capacities. Sales for opening night in Baltimore is 2,000. LA is 3,400. New Orleans is 1,000. Denver is 1,300. Chicago is just under 4,000. Even her hometown Brooklyn is only 5,000.
You know you trash if you can't even sell out your home city.
First of all, ain't she from Queens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's New York.
But still, it's your home city. It's a home city. It's a home state.
Damn, if you add up all these numbers, they still don't fill up a 20,000.
Don't even fill up the SAP Center, bruh. You had 6
That's a damn shame.
That's
a
20,000
damn shame.
Yeah.
She should see. So they got announced that she's gonna say that it got postponed till next year, to May of 2019, and the future's not gonna be a part of it for quote unquote scheduling conflicts.
In other words, I'm good, love. Enjoy.
Exactly. That's pretty much what he said.
So now then what she's saying is that, well, my album was supposed to drop in June, and I was supposed to have all this time to rehearse. But since I didn't have the time to rehearse, I want to give my fans the best performance. And I'm thinking, I know plenty of artists all throughout history that were rehearsing and recording at the same time.
Yeah. That's why she went after that Fader article, because the dude quoted exactly what she said. Mm-hmm. And she got mad and then told her fans to attack him. Mm-hmm. And now the European schedule is for February? You sure it's February or was it like next? Wow.
February. Yeah.
Wow. So so she got nothing to do. Oh, we're gonna hear a lot of Queen Radio for the next few years. See, what she should do, in my opinion,
is just stop.
That she should shut up. But if she wants to make some money, she should do little small venue tours with her and 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Like little small, like the Fox Theater and shit like that, Warfield, and just get 6ix9ine, have intimate concerts with your fans. She'll sell them bitches out. Yeah. She'll sell them out.
Well, I mean, according to these sales, yeah, she probably would.
Or what you do is, since you're already following the Joe Budden blueprint, do it again and do a full-fledged show where half the show is Queen and the second half is an episode of Queen Radio.
That would make sense.
Damn.
See, Nicki, you hear this and you probably take some blueprint, like take some notes.
Damn,
don't holler at us. No, don't holler at us.
No, holler at us.
I lose my mind.
I got an invoice for it.
Hey, I'll take the bag.
Yeah,
I'll take the bag too, but I ain't gonna work with her ass.
I don't turn no bag down if it makes sense.
Yeah, but Nicki don't make no damn sense.
Hey, as long as people ain't out here killing, stealing, or destroying. I don't know what she's doing to herself in terms of destroying, so that's all the story. But in terms of doing it to other people, I'll be down to get a bag if it makes sense.
Yeah.
And what I just said just made some sense. So Any barbs
She
that are
don't make
lingering
no
trying
damn
to,
sense.
pick up something.
See, I'm saying
holla at her.
I'm just saying because Nicki don't make no sense right now. I don't know what she about to do. I pray for her because mentally I don't know where she at.
Queen Radio makes sense.
Queen
And I'll
Radio
give her
makes
credit
a lot of
because
sense.
I thought it was just for Queen. Mm-hmm. I thought it was only for Queen, so that's when I had said it. Oh, we're watching, her downfall. But knowing that she's actually had a few more episodes since then,
and constantly doing them.
right? And it's like, you actually do sound good behind the mic in this way. Mm-hmm. Like I shouldn't necessarily say good, but entertaining. Entertainment value, like it's there.
Very there. If she had like a whole rundown of things to talk about and had guests on there, like her rappers or just anybody, and she plays other music instead of her own, like, and especially just from female artists, young up and coming female artists. She needs to check her ego, but I don't think she will. But if she would do that, that would be a hit,
right? And
have up and coming and have like female industry people on there and just do man, we giving out a whole lot of fucking shit. Nicki, get it together. Shit, fuck you. I wish you had that fuck Nicki Minaj shit. I don't know why you said all that. Fuck her. Anyway, hope you down.
Just to let people know we're not biased.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
so fuck her.
Okay, I tried.
Anyway, so Lil Wayne had his Lil WeezyAna. And I didn't watch that shit on Tidal because
Lil Wayne. Okay.
You remember that shit when he was doing fucking Dick Please with the interlude?
Nope.
On Drop 3.
You know how long I've been since I listened to Drop 3?
Remember when I was just gonna say that.
But you don't remember when he was
nope
fucking around with Jay Mills in the studio? When he was like, Sarah Palin, I love bitch with glasses. She on the flute.
So, Lil Wayne had WeezyAna, and it was streamed on Tidal.
You gotta get that title.
I didn't watch it because I didn't really care for it. But something big did go down. Birdman came out.
Yeah.
With Lil Wayne.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Flex bomb.
For freedom!
Literally. Literally for freedom. Like,
literally. Yeah. Came out and apologized to him.
Yeah.
I don't know for what, but apologized for him for everything that happened and shit. And he said, yeah, it's YMB for life, playboy.
Playboy.
And then they played
I let my little nigga down. He ride for me. And I was just reading some of the excerpts, but I can picture that's how
that's pretty much how he sounded.
It sounds legit.
It's pretty legit. And and he apologized, and they played Big Timers. I think Manny Fresh was there too, and they performed Big Timers.
Hey, applause.
Must be rough over there at Young Money or Cash Money.
I mean, because he had to start Cash Money West. So
I don't believe that. I believe it when I see it. So
you don't have to believe it.
No, I don't believe anything's gonna happen. I don't believe anything's gonna happen with that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, some mixtapes will drop, but we'll see what happens after that.
Man, they ain't gonna get paid. Shit, it's gonna be the same shit. Birdman just got back with Lil Wayne for something. They kissed and made up. All pun intended.
Pause.
So, while Nicki Minaj is, I guess, losing her mind, and Lil Wayne is reconciling with his daddy, Drake's just out here winning. Even though I don't think he's on Cash Money anymore. We don't know.
I don't know. Either way,
he winning. He made my prediction look like trash. He just slam dunking my prediction into all the trashes in the world. Because this motherfucker has 5 songs in the Spotify top 20 of the summer. That's about 25% of the whole fucking chart.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna list them all, but let's just say he has it all.
So he has, again, so like Busby said, he has 5. Cardi actually is on this list a couple times. One for herself with I Like It, which of course we called. And then she's featured on Maroon 5 single.
That
Girls
shit
Like
really
You.
is a hit.
Yeah.
That shit, I don't know how she snuck onto that because she's hella out of place on that record.
Yeah.
Hella out of place.
Some other ones, Tyga, of course, we knew Taste was.
Oh, yeah.
If there was any doubt that Tyga wasn't having a successful year.
Well, that shit went double platinum.
Right. The proof is right there. Mm-hmm. Post Malone made it.
He's had a great year.
I was surprised to see Juice WRLD on here.
Oh, they're playing the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they are playing the fuck out of that.
And then, of course, Triple X makes a couple appearances. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But one of the
Jackie Chan. Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was the actual
yeah.
Jackie. It is the actual Jackie Chan.
No.
Oh, okay.
That the song title's Jackie Chan, I think, from the looks of it. But so of course Drake has 5. One of them, for some strange reason, is actually the one that features what we think features Michael Jackson.
Oh, it's him. As a Michael fan, I keep saying it's him.
At this point,
I mean,
at this point,
who knows?
yeah. At this point, it's up in the air.
Yeah.
But Don't Matter to Me was actually the 18th of the top 20.
He's gonna probably push that next. Well, he's on tour, so I don't think he's gonna push it now.
Well, if he pushes it, it would kind of make sense considering the tempo and the BPM going into fall, winter time.
Still don't like
The song was too slow for summer. So if he wants to, how long is he gonna be on tour? Is it till the end of the year or into next year?
Well, he comes out here in October.
So probably to the end of the year. So I wouldn't doubt it by end of October, November.
I'm
Probably
surprised.
some like OVO.
Michael's birthday is
Yeah,
Michael's
yeah.
birthday is this week. I would not be surprised if he drops a video for this shit this week.
That would make sense.
See, we
man.
put a lot of shit
His
in the
birthday is
universe.
29th?
Yep, and it's
Yeah.
the 28th right now.
That makes 27.
27th. Well, yeah, his birthday's on Wednesday,
makes a
so
lot
I
of
would not
sense.
be surprised if he releases the
Yeah.
video for
Yeah.
it. Bitch ass. So we bring up.
So angry.
It's not angry. It's just.
Every time though, so this is the funny thing about it. Busby swears to Martine and I he has no feelings whatsoever
I don't.
in regards to that record.
I don't.
But every time we bring that record up, about within 2 minutes after we talk about it, he'll say something just about Drake. Just so,
What do you mean say something about Drake?
like you just did it.
You just did.
Oh,
man.
Because I know he's not using it for his own benefit. He don't care if it's a fake vocal or not. He just sees the money coming in.
Anything else you want to get off your chest?
Nah, I'm cool.
now, sure.
Until the next time.
The next time if I see that the fucking video comes out. Yeah.
Man, you need to run this back, bro.
One rut back.
After we're done recording, just listen to yourself.
I know what I'm sounding like right now. I know exactly how I
The fucking
sound.
Rick James. I wouldn't jump on his couch. I got more common sense than that. Yeah, I'm not jumping on this couch.
Anyway, so we bring up Michael because not only is his birthday and it would have been his 60th birthday on Wednesday. I also have a shameless plug. I also made a underrated Michael Jackson playlist. Y'all should check out. I'll link it in here or whatever.
Hell yeah.
But Hip Hop and More's Nav Josh, shout out to him. He kind of broke a story. Now, this would not have been known if you were a hardcore Michael Jackson fan like myself. I've been kind of watching this story a little bit. But back in 2000, when did that album come out? 2010. Was it 2009 or 2010? No, it was 2010.
The Michael?
The Michael.
Yeah,
Sony
yeah.
released the first posthumous? Posthumous, the first posthumous album of Michael Jackson called Michael. And Michael Jermaine. See, I was thinking about that. I was trying not to say it. I was thinking about it all day.
I couldn't help it. I had to say it. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah,
My
so
bad.
Sony released Michael. Michael.
Come on, man.
I was thinking about it like I should say it. Michael. That's the title of that one. Michael. Marlon. Jermaine. Gas switch. So
Can you imagine him yelling at Marlon while he's doing that? Ooh.
Oh, God.
So the album, Michael, Marlon, Jermaine,
Ooh. He tells him to go get a switch and he walks over to get a switch, just still doing it. Ooh.
dude.
I swear, man,
man.
that video clip, though, is just too much, man.
It is. Yeah.
Michael. See, I was trying to make it all serious, and then it just killed it. As soon as he said it,
shit.
it was called what? Michael. Michael. How he just says it too. Michael. Is he still alive? The actor who played Joe Jackson?
I hope so.
I hope so. You gotta have him on the show one day just so he can say that shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the Michael album that came out in 2010, which was like, 6 months. It was like, it actually came out 2009. It came out like literally 6 months after he died.
Yep.
And the reason why Michael fans were kind of like, whatever, it's new Michael material, but there was 3 songs on there that had people question, mainly the fans questioning if this is really Michael or not. And it was Breaking News, Keep Your Head Up, and there was another song, Monster, which featured 50 Cent. And if anybody listens to those records, they don't sound like Michael at all. They kind of sounds like him, but when you really look at it, I was like, that ain't him. So, a fan, and that shit went around for years, and fans were saying, that ain't Michael.
Right.
And then Paris Jackson even did like a Ustream that's not out, but people that claim that they saw it. She was like, my dad used to sing me to sleep all the damn time. That ain't him. And even people that actually worked with Michael, they were saying, like, they were listening to the vocals, to listen to those vocals, and he was like, yeah, we don't hear his finger snaps, we don't hear his stomps, because every Michael Jackson acapella you listen to, you hear him snap his fingers, you hear him stomping his feet and shit when he's singing, because he's feeling that shit. That dude ain't doing that shit. So it's like, okay. So a fan decided to go to Katherine Jackson about it, because she leads the estate, and she agreed with them. So they had a class action lawsuit against Sony about those vocals, especially against his longtime friend Eddie Casco. That's how you say his name? Cascolo? I can't even. Anyway, because Casillo. Yeah, they had the Casillo tapes. That's what they call, because he claims Michael moved to his house around 2006 or 7, and he lived there for like a few months, and he recorded those records, and he gave them to the estate. Fucking Teddy Riley produced one of those tracks.
Wait. Michael left his house to move in with Eddie, Eddie moved in with Michael? No,
he moved into his house with his family. Because Michael was living in palaces and shit all around the fucking all around the world and shit with all the fucking.
What was going on in Neverland?
They fucked it up with the case. He said he's never going back over there. They fucked it up, and he was like, "Fuck that,
a bitch."
Yeah, they fucked it up because of the whole fucking case. They had a search warrant. They tore everything up.
Could you imagine being that kind of bum, though? You just bumming it from palace to palace.
That's the type of money he had, man. Sleeping on niggas. King bedroom. Hey, my God.
Sleeping on niggas, alligators and chinchilla and shit.
I'm just bumming it right now. I'm living with this prince out in Saudi Arabia and shit. That's what he was living.
Eating motherfucking gold chicken wings, 24 karat chicken wings and shit.
You a fool.
So yeah, he moved in with this dude. And I guess he recorded some songs over there. He claimed he recorded, and he gave it to the estate. And the estate were like, yeah, that's Michael, check.
What kind of shit is that?
So yeah, they took a class action lawsuit to him, and pretty much is going on for years. But then just this week, I guess the court case came out, and the court documents came out, and Sony conceded that, yeah, that ain't Michael.
Damn.
They conceded. That's what the report says in the document. So Nev, shout out to him. He's a Prince fan, by the way. Huge Prince fan. I just want to point that out for whatever reason. And he was the only hip hop website, just a website, period, credible hip hop website that reported this. And then it started spreading all around to all the publications. And then all of a sudden it got so big that Sony had to come out and be like, No. Sony had to come out and say, we need to see the shit. But if we did do some shit like that, then we have our First Amendment right to say it's a Michael Jackson record, even though it's not a Michael Jackson record.
Right.
They said some shit like that.
Of course.
I'm like, oh, so this is why Michael wanted to get out of Sony. That's fucked up. Because Michael, if y'all know, Michael wanted to get the fuck after Invincible dropped in 2001, 2002, 2003, he was talking hella shit about Sony. You remember that? If you really think about it, the only way Sony's still fucking functioning right now is for the PlayStation and Michael Jackson's fucking catalog. If you really think about it.
Yeah.
And they bought his fucking estate. Like, they fucking bought it back for like, what, 300 million or some shit like that? Like, something low. Nothing billion. Because his estate, his whole catalog, everything Michael Jackson's worth billions. But they bought that shit back for like a few $100 million. Kind of shit is that?
I know.
But yeah, so that court case is still going. It's pretty interesting to see. So whenever you guys judge for yourself, go to that Michael album, Michael. If you can find it on Apple Music, because when I was constructing my underrated playlist, I went to Tidal and the shit's gone, and I know it was there when I first got Tidal. I saw it. Now it's gone. That's pretty interesting. So it might be gone from Apple Music pretty soon. So also another thing that came out, which kind of pissed me off a little bit, was that Thriller is no longer the highest selling album in the U.S. Michael had that title for years.
Womp, womp, womp.
Shut up. Now it's the Eagles. Their greatest hits album is now the highest selling album by just a few million.
Eagles won a Super Bowl, and then they think they could outdo Michael. Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that a bitch?
Man.
So, yeah, fans were just like, oh, fuck that. So niggas are streaming, including myself, trying to make sure that
niggas
shit
was
goes
streaming
back.
all up and down last week talking about
Ganja burn,
Ganja burn, ganja burn.
one more time.
Ganja burn, ganja burn, ganja burn.
I forgot to play that during the Joe Budden segment, so figured why the hell not? Kind of random space, but it makes sense.
Makes sense. But yeah, fans are kind
It
of
always makes sense.
Yes, it's a lot.
I mean, the Eagles are just oversold Michael in the U.S. How about worldwide? Worldwide is with a capital T-H-E, highest selling album of all time worldwide.
Give me that hell yeah!
There's two.
Highest selling.
Are there three?
It could be.
Highest selling album ever for Thriller. So I'm gonna make
Pick a E.
Ganja burn,
Ganja burn, ganja burn. So yeah, that's what's going on with the Michael estate, and people try. Oh yeah, his shit. A lot of his records went platinum again. Like Rock With You went double platinum. I was like, what? It's only 2 times platinum. That was interesting, and a few other Michael tracks, a few other Michael albums. So yeah, happy birthday, Michael. People are faking your vocals and fucking other shit, taking away your fucking shit.
I mean, he kind of lost that, whatever, man.
Yeah,
don't look at me like that. Busby, don't look at me like that.
You have to remind me. I know that nigga dead.
Well, I mean, he did pass up on some of the
I
Justified sessions, so,
He what?
So he did pass up on some of those Justified sessions.
Yeah, because he didn't want them. Because of that, if Michael took those beats, we wouldn't have Justified.
Also wouldn't have Man of the Woods either.
We wouldn't have Love Stoned either. So, shit happens for a reason.
Yeah. I can live with that. Could you?
Hey, Love Stone from Future Sex Love Stone is one of the best songs I've ever heard. So, shit.
It's cool.
That was a Timbaland record, dude. Not for real.
If it disappeared from the universe, I wouldn't be like, oh my god!
We wouldn't know if it disappeared. That's the thing, because it wouldn't exist. It's like a Thanos snap.
Yeah, but they kind of knew people disappeared.
What song can you not live without? What if Hail Mary just disappeared? Would you be mad?
Not really, because it came after he died.
But still, he recorded it before.
Yeah, but I mean...
It was set to release.
For example, if Picture Me Rolling
disappeared,
you'll
cry?
I don't know. That would suck. Or Dear Mama.
What could I... Hang on. That's actually a good question.
I know, right? What albums
you mentioned Tupac. That's why I was going off of that.
Yeah. What album would you be mad if Thanos just snapped and it disappeared from the existence?
Dr. Dre 2001. For me. That's like
mine would be Thriller.
I mean, my favorite song all time is Summer Madness. So, if he got rid of Cool in the Game,
yeah.
Like I told people all the time, like, if I'm fortunate enough to be in a position where I'm going to the afterlife and I'm in that process, just put headphones on and play that shit and repeat. Do that. So if he Thanos that, we got a problem.
Right.
I gotta see you. This is gonna be some shit. Some chitty chitty bang bang shit.
A lot of albums, they just disappear. I'll be like, wow, that sucks. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'll have Kanye up besides Ye. Ye can disappear. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, matter of fact, I hope that shit disappears.
I would not bat an eye if that album disappeared out of the existence.
That's actually a really good question, though. Let me think about that.
I didn't even have to think, bro. Like that shit. It was like 2001.
I mean, basically anything from, even though I was born in '89, but
Education.
Anything released from pretty much '87 to '03.
To Pimp a Butterfly, if that disappeared, I'd cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Kid,
Yep.
Mad City.
Well, because that takes
Yeah.
away the anthem for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
All right. Like, literally.
Should have aimed for the head, nigga. Yep.
What kind of effort is this, motherfucker?
We'll get to that. Anyway, what's going on in fucking whole ass nigga land? Michael.
Oh shit.
Whole ass nigga.
Prison land.
Well, it's about to be prison. I don't know. I kind of didn't want to talk about it, but this is still fucking funny. Michael Cohen pled guilty to charges and plans to take, and pretty much he's planning to snitch on everybody. So, whole ass nigga, tick nigga. We've been saying this for the past year. We all keep saying some fucking massive fail happens and he's still in office.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But
it almost seems like it's bound to.
No,
Right.
it's inevitable. It's not a question of if it's going to happen, it's when.
the situation that we find ourselves with this, though, it's funny. Only because, 2 years ago, Michael was so outspoken about Hillary.
Michael? Oh,
Michael Cohen.
Yeah, Michael Cohen. Michael!
Jermaine? Hillary?
I don't think Jermaine was involved, but Hillary was definitely there.
Well, when you say it's like a pimp name slip back, you gotta say the whole shit. You gotta go through the whole family. Michael, Marlon, Jermaine, Tito, LaToya.
Janet!
You gonna get it. Catherine.
Katie! Oh, Katie, I got a dream!
Why'd you say that, man? That was having in my head all day.
I think we found our next halfer.
How's it a halfer? This is an episode. This is 101. Keep going.
No. I'm not
the
talking about this.
Jacksons?
I'm talking about, the next time we actually just sit down and do...
All 8 hours.
Well, no, we'll have to do a lot of cuts. That'll be a heavy take episode where we only get the best shit. Because there's a lot of down stuff in there, but,
All 8 up. Man, that was 8 hours, bruh. I could watch it like nothing, but shit.
I could turn that and flip it into 2 hours.
No, they gotta watch it with us. People gotta watch the
No,
whole
that's
shit.
what I'm saying, but we pull the best
The whole
moments. That's what I'm
movie?
saying.
The movie's a classic. I could watch
No,
all
don't get me wrong. It's cool. But to have that on a freaking podcast?
Yeah, we're not doing no 8 hour.
Oh, of course. That has to be in 2 parts. That has to be like a whole week.
This ain't no phone-a-thon.
You mean
Telethon?
telethon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
phone-a-thon.
phone-a-thon.
Fundraiser and shit.
Yeah, that could be split up in parts.
But yeah, so back to this Michael
Cohen.
He, of course, went on Twitter and taunted Hillary, basically saying, yeah, get prepared to have your jail cell warm because it's going to be real. That's all you're going to see for the rest of your natural life. And 2 years later, now he finds himself charged with 8 different charges. And I just thought it so funny, which was his representative said, if he goes down, he's taking everybody down.
Pretty much.
And the whole ass motherfucker in office's response to that was, we didn't use the political campaign funds to do that. We used my own funds. And I was like, oh, so you just gonna snitch on yourself then?
Wow.
So that's what we doing. You making this situation easier. Like, now you taking the fun out of it. I wanted him to snitch on you, and then I don't want you to do it yourself.
Right.
But that's where we find ourselves.
Well, I don't know what to think. I mean, it's nice. I mean, but I'm just still waiting for him to get the fuck up out of here. So,
It's extra stormy.
oh, did
Stormy out in DC.
you see the Time magazine cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They not one, not two.
They have a whole
but
fucking
3.
trilogy. Yeah, they. I think the next one's gonna be him drowning, like
Yeah.
literally dead drowning because shit.
First one, because it looks like Martine didn't see him. First one is him just sitting at the Oval Office, and there's wind in the first one. Mm-hmm. So there's wind.
Yeah,
going
it was a
around.
wind, and it says stormy.
No, I think it said nothing to see here.
Yeah, nothing to see
And
here.
then the second one, there's water coming up, and then it says stormy. And then the last one, it's like water's almost filled up to the room, so all you see is like literally from the neck down.
Oh,
and he's drowning.
Yeah.
And it says deep.
Wow.
So pretty much the next cover, because something else is gonna happen.
He's gonna be flowing.
He's gonna be drowned. He's gonna be drowned.
Next cover will be dead.
Dead. He'll be out of office. Man, the documentary for this shit. Michael Moore already got a documentary ready to go about this. It's about to come out soon. But the full movie, whenever this shit comes out, the next 2, 3 years, 5 years, man, niggas gonna be winning Oscars and shit.
Oh, the documentaries just in general that are gonna be coming out pretty soon. I mean, you got the Jordan one that drops next year. Because he did, his whole, the 30 for 30. Mm-hmm. He's doing it the exact same way OJ did his.
Right.
And then, of course, whenever this takes place, you got this one. I think there's several others that we kind of, as we've been seeing the news take place, we're kind of just like, oh, that doc's going to be fuego. That doc is really going to be...
Ganja burn,
Ganja burn, ganja burn.
Yeah.
But I'm talking when it's all over with, when he's in jail or something happens, he's going to quit on Twitter. Whole ass. He's not gonna release. He's gonna literally. Not jail. I'm talking about.
He can still do that.
I'm not.
He's got Netflix in jail, man.
I'm not talking about in jail. I'm talking about when it's really closing in on him. Like he knows shit's about to go down. He's just gonna quit on Twitter. He's gonna be like, I'm not gonna be president no more. I'm gonna give everything over to Pence. So he gonna make America great again. I'm just gonna leave. He's gonna quit online. He's gonna quit on Twitter.
It's too many words.
Well, some shit like
keep his phrases short.
No, he says a whole lot of shit with a lot of words.
I don't want to be president no more. This isn't what I signed up for. Pence, that's a good man. Pence, really good man. I brought him on board.
Yeah, that's still a lot of words.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like quick ass sentences, like 7 words or less.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it'll take up all the character limits. So, and it'll be a big ass speech on Twitter, and that's when he's gonna quit, and America's gonna party. When he's taken out in cuffs and shit, it'll be a huge party. You thought Obama getting elected was a party? Shit.
Until they realize who the fuck takes over.
He'll be there for a minute. He gonna go down too. That whole administration's gonna go down, bruh. It's gonna burn, burn, burn. Play it. Press it. Ganja burn, 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 burn.
That's a whole lot of burning.
What's better, Ganja burn or Usher burn?
Ganja burn, Joe Budden's version.
Yeah, that's Joe's song now.
Oh yeah, I don't even listen to the regular version.
I haven't listened to the album since I had to listen to it.
Exactly.
Since I had to listen to it.
And I didn't even have to listen to it. Like, nobody held a gun to my head, but...
I did. We did the Martine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, well. Man, rest in peace, John McCain.
Yeah, so...
I'm kind of whatever about the same way I am about Triple X.
I wouldn't have... I didn't vote for him, so I really wasn't tripping off that. However, I do remember him being professional. Yeah. I do remember him being courteous. Mm-hmm. And all the above. And of course, at the end of the day,
he's still a human being at the end of the day.
Well, not that. He's a war hero.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I see it. But he was against a lot of stuff. Like, he didn't want MLK Day. He didn't want some other racial stuff. I don't know, with some of the stuff I didn't agree with. He's a politician. John McCain was a politician compared to this whole ass nigga in office. Yeah. So I can understand that, but rest in peace to him. He fought the good fight.
Yeah. And of course, whole ass motherfucker in office, he took 2 days to...
Nah, man, he was an asshole.
That was so trash, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
put the flag half-mast for 2 days where everyone else, like all the other presidents, had done it for at least 5.
Right.
Give him the weekend and then he put it right there.
Bro, like, that's so trash.
And then he issued this half-ass
apology on Instagram with a picture of his face.
Yeah.
I mean, he clowned McCain when he first got into the presidency.
Yeah.
He said he likes war heroes that don't get captured.
Yeah, he talked his. I mean, he didn't want to say it. He probably got
the irony of all that. You complaining about the NFL because they dishonoring the vets and the troops, but you built your status. And one of the bricks that you used in building your platform to get to where you're at was denouncing and talking down on a man that's a war hero.
Yeah, man. I mean, to me, that was ridiculous,
kind of shit
man.
is that?
Why are y'all surprised?
I mean, I'm not. I'm just putting pieces together.
I mean, there's nothing to put together. You just see it.
Honestly, bro, that irritates the shit out of me, man.
Well, when I say I'm putting pieces together, I hadn't thought about that until... literally this moment.
For me, it's
maybe I did a while ago and I just forgot.
Yeah.
No, ain't nothing to put together. He's just a whole ass nigga, and whole ass niggas do whole ass shit. So fuck him.
Give me a hell yeah!
That's what it all comes down to. Like some days I just don't like talking about him because he really irks me a lot. That's why I don't call him by his name, because he just pisses me off. So every time he does, pretty much I don't like talking about him until he gets impeached. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I don't care what he says about the NFL. I don't care what he says about any other artist. Until his ass gets out of that shit, that's when I talk about him again. Till then, fuck him.
Would you listen to one of his songs if it featured Michael?
No. Next subject.
I just want to see how far your stand went. If it had limits.
Are you gonna delete R. Kelly from your fucking laptop?
I tried. It's there. I can't do anything about it, obviously.
Anyway.
I don't listen to him.
He's still there. He's like that elephant in the room.
Yeah, but it's not because I tried.
Basement.
I tried to get rid of it. It won't leave.
You can try again.
You didn't think I didn't?
Damn, he still kept popping up like the boogeyman.
It was twice, and after that, that's when I said, I'm not trying this juju shit.
You just pretend it don't exist, huh?
Yeah, I literally don't. I scroll right past it. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. Somebody who isn't a whole ass and somebody that actually gets it.
I was just gonna say.
Is it Beto O'Rourke? So he's gonna be going up against Ted Cruz in the next election for senator, junior senator, whatever the hell he's up for.
The midterm elections.
Thank you.
Which y'all
Either way,
should vote.
No, yeah, definitely.
Y'all need to go out and vote.
If the last election didn't tell y'all to stop fucking around and voting for Hennessy and Harambe and all kinds of bullshit, like...
Midterm elections, pretty much if you vote in the midterm elections, it'll make this process a lot quicker to get him the fuck up out of here.
Yeah. But shout out to Beto O'Rourke because while he was on, I guess, his campaign trail, he was asked about the NFL protests and whether they were truly American or not. And the person asking the question was like, I find it disgraceful. And rather than take that stance and say, yeah, it's horrible, just catering to the public,
right?
He completely did a 180 and was like, nah, it's actually very American what they're doing. I applaud it. And he broke it down. And I want to give him a round of applause for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Took him that long to figure that out, huh? Kaepernick explained it exactly how. It takes a while.
Well, it's not just about that. It's allies. So if it takes an ally that looks...
It takes votes.
No. What I'm saying is that sometimes you don't receive the message unless it's by somebody that you can identify with, familiarize yourself with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And that goes with anything. Like, I'll be up front. I will definitely take the teachings about slavery from a black teacher a lot better than I would from a white teacher. But it's the same message. You see what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, where it was already laid out black and white. Like
the color shouldn't matter.
Right. But
I get what you're saying, bro.
But the message, unfortunately, you're going to take it from who you can identify with the most.
I get it.
So, but props out to him because he didn't shy away. He didn't cater to what the people, because he was in Texas.
Like, he said what needed to be said. You know what I'm saying? You got to give him props for that.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I give him props. Just took you long enough to figure that out.
Yeah, and some still didn't figure it out, so, it is
I'm
what it
sure
is.
some people are still upset about that.
Right.
They're
You know
just
what I'm
racist.
Well, yeah.
At the end of the day. So, yeah, this fucking sucks. So, niggas are still getting shot. Florida man was out and about in Jacksonville. Now we can't go to school. We can't go to the movies. We can't grocery shop. We can't be at home. What else can't we do before we get to this? Can't grocery shop.
Well, this isn't exclusive to black people, so.
No. I'm talking about we go anywhere without getting shot. Can't go to school. Can't go to elementary school.
Well, I mean, once you couldn't go to church without getting shot, I gave up. Like,
there you go.
At that point, if the church isn't sacred, then nothing's sacred.
Now we can't even play Madden without someone getting mad and shooting up people. It's all from white folks too, by the way.
Yeah. I came into this podcast, well, before yesterday, obviously. Saturday, I was ready to come in laughing because I had a whole story I found about another Florida man. And he was on the freeway. And he was bicycling, and he was actually keeping up with the cars. But he was like in like a fishnet outfit, and he was wearing a thong.
Yep.
God.
So that was the Florida man.
One of those I just keep on scrolling.
That was one of the Florida man things I was, ready to talk about,
Pause.
But unfortunately, yesterday there was a Madden Tournament in Jacksonville. I forgot which mall it was at. 24-year-old David Katz, who was from Baltimore. I guess last year he had won regionals or something like that. This year he went up against 22-year-old Eli Clayton, who also went by True. And basically True served him a big ass whooping. And the video show he was talking trash. Just typical.
Yeah.
It's Madden.
Gaming. Yeah. Clayton, of course, is from California.
Damn.
So what they said is that Katz then left, came back with a gun. Unfortunately, fortunately, you don't see the completion of the video.
Yeah, but you see the
But
infrared
unfortunately,
on it.
you see enough to see that there's a red dot that goes on True's chest.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then it just cuts, but you can hear the gunshots.
Yeah.
Like 11 of them. Niggas screaming, running, scuffling. You hear all that shit.
So he came back. He shot him. He unfortunately killed True. He also killed 27-year-old Taylor Robertson, who went by Spot Me Please. He was a family man, and I guess he was in the services.
Like 100 G's were on the line at that shit.
Right.
So,
and then of course he injured another 10 or 11. I don't know if those were gunshot wounds or people just trying to get out, so they're toppling over each other because they factor all that in. Yeah. But he injured another 10 or 11 before he finally put the gun on himself and pulled the trigger.
That's fucked up.
EA Sports went and released a statement. Obviously, I forgot who it was. I think Blake Bortles. He's doing something for first responders and the families. It sucks. I mean, over a video game.
Because he got mad, he got scraped.
Yeah, like
that's ridiculous. I don't give a fuck.
Madden of all things.
He got serious this game tournament was. You said it was what, 100 G's?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Don't matter. It don't matter, man. That's senseless.
That's bullshit. He was one of the top people in the shit too.
Yeah.
So that's a damn shame. Rest in peace to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucked up.
Nah, it's ridiculous.
Still ain't gonna play Madden though.
I wasn't gonna get it anyway.
Me neither. I'm too damn good at that shit.
Not a fan of Madden. In terms of on the field stuff, Odell Beckham, he finally got his bag.
95 million.
95 mil,
guaranteed.
yeah, 95 mil over 5 years with 65 mil guaranteed, which makes him the highest paid wide receiver in history.
Good for him.
All I have to say is that
ching ching,
but Antonio Brown signed yet?
Oh, that's a good question. I think he signed last year or the year before, actually.
That contract might be getting restructured.
Yeah, I would not doubt that.
Yeah.
Des Bryant still don't got a team. We're like the third week into fucking preseason. He still hasn't signed on nobody.
Yeah, I guess there was a report saying that he turned down the Browns' offer for $5 million, which a lot of people, on one hand, they were messing with him, saying, why would you turn something down? On the flip side, though, if you're dealing with a situation where they're trying to figure out their quarterback situation and you're trying to make a name for yourself and show that what your previous team said about you isn't true, that's not going to be the best bet to go there.
Come to Santa
Because
Clara,
you got
bro.
Tyrod Taylor, and then you got the Baker Mayfield situation. Yeah. So those aren't,
Well, I mean,
come to the Niners, bro.
No, just no, man. Nah, but seriously though, if he did show out with the unstable quarterback situation, like, dude, what makes you think he can't do it with a steady quarterback?
No, that's
true.
Know
what I'm saying?
But what are the odds of doing that?
I mean, Tim Brown did it his whole career.
Tim Brown played in a different NFL.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I'll give you that. But you know what? Now the DBs can't even touch wide receivers.
Touch a damn quarterback.
Yeah,
you can't. You know what I'm saying?
But you also
got free run. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, when you evaluate everything,
yeah,
that even as good as that sounds, it probably doesn't outweigh the fact of, well, what happens if I don't? Now I'm stuck and I don't have any offers. So his best bet is honestly his best bet is to get on the phone and make sure him and his agent contact Green Bay.
Like, he wore a star.
So we'll see how all that plays out. You still got Aaron McDonald, who still needs to get his money. Of course, Khalil Mack still ain't hollered at anything with the Raiders. Like, there's still no contact going on there.
He just wants his money,
John
bro.
Lynch can find a way to trade for that dude. Oh my god.
Le'Veon Bell still be at the booty clubs in Miami.
Gruden. You said John Gruden. You said John Lynch.
Yeah.
You mean Gruden?
No.
Oh, you talking about
us trading for Mac?
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, because
I would lose my shit
on the rumor mill right now. They're saying, I don't know how true it is, but the Jets are trying to do what they can to acquire him. Should be some shit, but you know, we'll see
they'll
how
still
that.
be mediocre.
Yeah. Jets are gonna jet.
Yep.
In the NCAA, there's some more shit going on. So of course, this follows up what I was talking about with Urban Meyer. That old debacle going on with his former assistant coach Zach Smith and the domestic violence situation with his wife. Somehow, some way, out of all this, he walks away only being suspended for 3 games. Somehow,
makes no sense.
But you know
sense
what's
to
you know what the fucking kicker is?
What's that?
He went on that podium and he made himself sound like the victim.
Of course. That's what they all do.
Huh? So
That's
he's
what all
trying to
white folks
control the
do.
narrative.
Yeah,
Exactly. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. They're white, they can get away with it, and he brings in too much money to them. So, they ain't gonna get rid of him.
his whole career's been around some controversy.
Yeah.
I mean, you said that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you remember who was on his Florida team that year,
Cam.
and the only reason why that wasn't talked about was because Tebow was taking up all the headlines.
Yep.
Yeah, so lucky for him. I know Ohio State fans are excited about that. Something I found funny happened on Twitter. This college coach actually got suspended in the midst of trying to stick his chest out and teach a lesson.
Why do they do that type of shit?
I don't know. So, this is funny as fuck. Texas Wesleyan, who is part of the NAIA, of course, Dom went to a school that was the NAIA. Their offensive coordinator, Kyle Cox, he had mentioned that he stopped following 3 recruits on Twitter because of their tweets. And so he put out this tweet saying, you got to be responsible. You know, somebody's always watching, and it could highly affect that.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Well,
yeah.
some people were like, well, what do you got in your background? So they went and dug up all these tweets that were racist in tone.
Oh God.
And now Zessa suspended, and he's awaiting the school's decision.
Fuck he gets. Stupid.
Man, how come this doesn't happen like in politics or like shit?
Yeah, Omarosa already said she got nigga tapes of whole ass niggas saying that. So
Oh, I forgot to bring that up earlier. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Nah, let's move on.
No, because I thought that shit was funny because even when she thought that everybody was going to be on her side, everybody was like, just drop the tapes, Omarosa. You still not coming back to the cookout anyway, so just
What is
drop
this
it.
imaginary cookout that blacks keep saying?
I don't know. All the cookout talk makes me hungry, though. And then it makes me want to watch the cookout.
Really?
Really? Yeah, we know.
I seen it. I mean,
I
Not
like
really.
watching the cookout on a lazy day. When you got shit to do,
yeah,
it just
I'd
happens
go
to
for
come
that.
up on Showtime.
Nah, I just keep turning the channel and actually make a cookout. Have my own cookout.
I makes a cookout while watching the cookout.
That's
Hey,
you.
man.
Yeah. That shit was loosely based on Melo too. That's the funny thing about it. Which is funny, and that leads us to the NBA talks. Speaking of Melo wants all that smoke on IG. All of it. Motherfucker's been on Instagram talking reckless about him. And he's going on in these comment sections and he's actually responding, and he's not just hitting them with basketball talk. It's, man, fuck you.
He should take that energy to the fucking court. And maybe he'll have some shit.
I mean, as long as he ain't using a burner account like KD,
Yeah.
it's all good.
But
Right?
hey, man, he should take that
Put
energy.
your
that
name on that line.
he should take that energy that he says in them comments and take it on a basketball
Oh, no,
court.
definitely that. But I mean, shit.
I mean, he's still a human, but still, take that energy into the basketball court and actually
Hey,
get a
man,
ring.
At least he's not hiding in the shadows, bro.
Because KD has
you know what I
a
mean?
reputation to uphold.
What reputation?
I was
Hey,
just
man.
gonna say he threw that shit away when he signed the papers to go to Golden State, bro.
How's his reputation went up? He got himself a ring.
Okay.
His reputation didn't go up. His ring count went up.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's his rep.
His reputation went in the trash.
Why? Because we're not gonna go into that debate. Anyway,
I'm not tripping off it, but don't try to change the narrative like everybody's looking at him like, oh yeah, you're awesome now, yada yada yada.
No, they just sound like a whole bunch
Nah.
of haters, and they're just mad.
He's still a cupcake.
He's still a cupcake.
He just got rings.
Cupcake
Just
got
has
his
rings,
I
man.
guess, bro. Anyway,
I mean, I could get a ring on that team.
really, you know who else would get a ring? Lamar Odom.
Well, he already has 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he'll get it with the
That's
Warriors. That would be a good way
obvious.
to fucking retire with the
Anybody-
Warriors.
If I said I would get a ring on that team,
What makes you think Lamar Odom wouldn't
yeah,
get a ring
exactly.
on that
Come
team?
on, man. He can actually ball.
Damn, I had a joke, but I'm just gonna leave that alone. I had a joke with Lamar.
Well, speaking on that whole ass franchise, Swaggy P got arrested in Hollywood.
That really doesn't surprise me.
That
I don't know
doesn't
what he
surprise
did,
me
but
either.
It doesn't surprise me.
He was drunk driving, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the shit doesn't surprise, like the cocaine, like players should be able to use coke and all that. Like,
Yeah.
none of that surprises
Right.
me. But the fact that the Warriors then distanced themselves from him and fans don't speak about it, like it just proves my point
How's it prove?
of why they even signed him to begin with. They didn't give a fuck about no Swaggy P.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's the fucking.
They
it's
just
like
brought him on
It's a job.
just to be a job, talk shit to Lakers fans, make it seem like
someone sounds petty.
no, it's not
No,
petty.
it's the truth.
I have video
Shit.
footage of people clowning Nick Young while he was a Laker, and then all of a sudden he signs, and now he's a
Exactly.
god.
Everybody
And then now
knows
that they got the
He's going
title,
to
and,
Pilo's parties
yeah,
and shit. Bro.
Yeah.
now that he has
in the Bay
now
now.
that there's a ring involved and he's no longer there, now they're talking the same shit about him. So
Oh wow, womp womp.
yeah, it's not petty. It's,
That
I'm
sounds
calling it for what it
sounds
is.
bitterness. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, sounds like you after I bring up Drake and Michael.
You know why he's in his feelings right now?
I know my feelings.
It's because I mentioned KD and he's a
Oh,
Warriors
yeah,
fan.
I ain't no
yeah,
Warrior
right,
fan.
yeah.
I ain't no
That's
damn
true.
Warrior fan.
Yeah, didn't mean to talk about your Warriors like that, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro. It's
Hey.
cool. My
I'll
bad.
play this
My
for
bad.
you just to show you know we're on good terms.
No,
Yeah.
No. Are you guys winning a championship next year?
no,
I said we weren't, so that don't matter to me.
I'm like, I called that.
How about in the next 5 years?
Oh, no.
No.
In 2.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
We'll see.
We will.
You be doing the podcast for 2 weeks by yourself. that's when we'll have that answer. So I brought up Dwayne Wade last week, and I somehow, some way, just got caught up at work. I forgot to bring up what happened with Gabrielle Union.
Hey, man.
So of course, you know, Gabrielle Union, a fine woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with admitting that.
Isn't she like in her 40s and shit?
Yeah, she's like 9 years older than Dwayne.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, she in her 40s
Yeah.
still
Look,
looking.
her,
She looks the same.
Taraji P. Henson.
They both look the same.
Shit,
Nia
Salma
Long.
Hayek is in her 50s.
No, fuck that. Angela Bassett
Nia
is
Long.
60.
Nia Long.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett is.
She just
Angela
turned
Bassett's
60,
gonna live
actually.
forever.
Angela
And I
Bassett.
hope to live forever to match it somehow, some way.
Hey, black
Sorry,
don't
Larissa,
crack.
but one of us got to go. And
And she gonna say, I hope you keep that same energy. You better take that back.
so she posted up a picture on Instagram. Of course, it's very revealing, model-esque. Jimmy Butler went commenting, "Well, damn!"
In all caps.
in all caps.
He just, yeah, then Dwayne Wade goes and comments on his shit and say, you say, well, damn, on my wife's picture again, then you're gonna see me in person.
But he also mentioned that it was in all caps as well, bro. It's like-
Yeah, in all caps, yeah.
Which is
shit had
funny.
me rolling.
It's funny as hell to me because a lot of people don't realize that both of them have a brother relationship.
Yeah.
Like I just took it as, wow, that's funny. On one hand. On the other hand, you can't do stuff like that to your man's woman. I mean,
Yeah,
with the jump offs and all that, that's one thing.
That's why
Like,
you need
whatever.
Just like the picture and keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's all you do. You should have just liked it and
Pretty
just kept
much,
scrolling. But
But
you
I
couldn't help
thought
yourself.
the funny thing about it was that he had said, when he responded back, and he goes, "Oh shit, my bad. Lesson learned. I'll still be there at the cookout though."
Right?
Pretty much. Makes sense.
Y'all ever had a situation where you had to put somebody in check for hollering at somebody that you had your eyes on?
Yeah, I had to give him that look.
I've never been put in that situation.
I just had to give them that look, and they should know better, and then they move right the fuck along. That's just me.
Yeah, nah. Never been in that.
I've never been in that situation before.
I had to think about it though. I was like, wait.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
No, I just had to give it a look. Just that look.
That's all it took.
Look at me.
Was that look?
Yes, that look says it all.
The look of the book.
Yeah, the
That's
look of
all
the-
it took.
What's that from?
I don't know. I was just making it rhyme. And so that was that. Manu Ginobili, he has officially ended the Spurs
Oh my god,
era.
Trish Stratus.
Oh, I love me some Trish.
Whew. Shit.
Yeah. Manu Ginobili officially ended the Spurs era when he
Yeah.
announced that he's retiring. And the Lakers fan in me,
Good riddance.
Yeah, it's basically, well, fuck you. Go back to Argentina, motherfucker.
And keep that same energy.
But the basketball fan in me.
No, you're a Laker fan. Keep that same energy.
I'm a basketball fan first.
No, keep that same energy. Say fuck them. Don't give no compliments. Keep that same energy.
I'm a basketball fan first. You gotta understand.
Yeah, no, he's a basketball fan.
Yeah.
First.
I'm not just because you casually tune into the Warriors.
You caught that shit first. Hey, you said you a Laker extremist, so that has to be
Which means
Laker first, basketball second.
Which means you should only imagine how much of an NBA extremist I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Now,
my team's known me about all our talks in the NBA for a decade now.
I know.
I am an NBA purist. Don't get it twisted. I love my Lakers, but
I mean,
if they was out of pocket with some shit that went against the NBA, I'm siding with the NBA until they get that shit handled. That's how it goes.
See, me on the other hand, fuck
him.
Manu.
See, there you go. Keep the same energy.
But he had a great career. Obviously, he contributed to 4 rings.
That's why it's fuck.
But exactly.
To me.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. See,
I always give props.
Busby
I always give props where it's due.
that's why when Sherman came to my team, that's why I gave like the sidest of eyes, like this whole way. I'm still feeling the type of way.
I had Sherman come to one team and LeBron come to another.
Damn.
How's your summer vacation?
I gotta get used to shit. You know what I mean?
For Sherman, it's like
But props off to Manu. It's well deserved. I mean, he's been playing professional ball since he was 14,
forever.
something like that. Because
That's all he knows.
I mean, he's bald.
Yeah.
that tells you a lot.
Might as well be bald.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing since he had hair.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not joking about that. That's like legit, but it is kind of funny.
So what, in a 2-3 year span, Tim's gone. Mm-hmm. Parker dipped out. They had to let go of Kawhi, and now Manu's gone.
So that team's and then next year is gonna be the last team of what's his name?
Dude, check this out. Everybody was talking shit because I was saying, "Oh yeah, I think the Lakers might be top 3 this year," and that sounded crazy. It still kind of does, but now the Spurs are out of the equation. I don't give a shit what
it's open
nobody
season
thinks.
now.
Like, to me, they're out of the equation as far as the upper echelon of the West.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they could possibly make the playoffs still, but they're not going to be in the top 5.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with losing Manu.
So it's pretty much this open season in the West.
I've been
Well, not the
saying that.
open season in the West.
No, open season from 2 down, or 3 down, whatever.
Yeah, not up there with the fucking Monstars.
I mean, but honestly,
Seriously.
once you get past the Warriors, even number 2's up for debate because even though Houston added Melo, they lost Ariza and they lost who was the other defender?
Bamute.
Yeah, so they lost 2 quality components that were difference makers on defense, and they really didn't replace as good as Melo is. You didn't bring Melo in for defense.
No.
So
Hell no.
they're basically going back from a situation where D'Antoni was trying to make it. We're gonna outshoot him, and if that doesn't work, last case scenario, we're gonna have to play defense.
Yeah.
At least have defenders. Now it's like all craps are in.
Like, shit.
We gotta outshoot him.
We got to outshoot everybody now.
Gotta shoot 63s a game now. Like,
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the
So
end of it.
realistically,
Spurs.
there's that top spot. The Warriors, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to front on that shit. They got the best squad
They're the
right now.
fucking
they're the
Titans.
top till somebody
Yeah.
beats them.
They're the Titans until someone fucking cuts their head off.
After that,
Everyone else.
it's open season.
Now, I'm not putting much stock into it, but there was a report that says Butler is open to putting on the purple and gold after when he hits free agency this upcoming summer.
I'm good with that.
So
I like Butler.
I'm not putting much stock into
Yeah,
it just
no,
because anything can happen over
Yeah,
a year
of
span.
course.
But I like Jimmy's game, and he would fit right in. So
Yeah, for
we'll
sure.
see how that goes.
Serena Williams, man.
Yeah, well, just women in general, they were making their presence known in the sports realm.
Well, Serena Williams is the one I care about. The one that's really just the fuck. They really just gonna blast Drake, huh? My neighbors decided to just blast their music right now. Just me. They were like, whoops. Yeah, but Serena Williams, man. So she's doing the French Open. She's in the middle. Oh my God. It don't matter.
As long as we don't hit for copyright, it ain't our fault.
Nah, we're talking over it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Serena Williams, she's doing the whole French Open shit, and she always wears her little black bodysuit that helps her with her blood clots and all the other shit. But these old racist ass niggas in France don't want her wearing that shit, and she's banned from wearing all that black. And it's like, I'm just like, oh, that's cute. That's what I was saying about racist people. They do little racist shit trying to stop her, because Serena just stops all their fucking favorite white people. Every year, she beats their ass. Every once in a while she'll lose, but she beats their ass.
That's once in a while, though, bro. Like,
you beat their ass. Every once in a while she'll lose. But she always beats their ass.
She does. 9 times out of 10, she whooped their ass.
I was about to say, she got like a 90% chance of whooping their ass.
We're definitely talking about across the board, one of the top 5 athletes professionally.
Oh, look.
Easy. Across the board.
Yeah, they tried to say, I saw a report on Twitter.
What the real reason is behind,
because they don't want her to win,
bruh. You trying to tell me that Nike won't come up with something else? It don't have to be black.
They want this traditional ass. No, they just want this traditional ass look.
No, she should show up in sweats and beat their ass that way. Show up in sweats and a tank top and her hair in a bun and just beat their ass that way.
Well, I mean,
and she will do it. She could.
The French Open. If it was Wimbledon, I could kind of see that, because it's more of a prestigious. You know what I mean? Tournament.
Nah, they try to just stop her.
But the French Open?
I hope she whoops their ass. I hope she whoops their ass. And then, in all white, just to prove a point.
She's got a 90% chance.
98%. I'm going to say 98% because she's that damn good.
No, definitely.
Larissa and I actually had probably a 15-minute talk about this. Because her stance on it was, of course, like you brought up, this wasn't about image. It was about, this woman could have died from blood clots had this situation not been handled properly. But what she also brought up was she was very happy to know that Nike, not only did they not shy away, they went out and sent out just campaign after campaign.
Oh man, did you see that big ass poster in New York?
I was about to say, so the first one that they had was, you can take the superhero out of the costume, but you can't take the superpowers away.
Right. Pretty much saying, I'm going to whoop your ass now.
And then they had the poster that got put up. Big ass poster. I forgot where it was.
It was in New York.
New York,
all over.
And I forgot what the caption was there, but it was just the fact that they were going out.
That was the caption. What you just said.
No, there was a different one. That wasn't the caption that was on there.
Okay. Well, the point still remains.
Right.
She gonna whoop your ass now.
I mean,
she gonna show up.
But I mean, you look at somebody. You look at a conglomerate like Nike.
Yeah.
You look at that, and then you compare it to the NFL, and you're like, y'all couldn't have stood with y'all players.
See, the tennis people, the top echelon racist, all those motherfuckers, and the tennis people, they don't respect Serena because she be beating all their favorite white people.
Yeah, and that's something Larissa wanted me to bring up on the show, which was, she goes, and let's not forget, she's the most drug tested athlete of her
see how
era.
yoked she is, man?
I mean, yeah.
After what's her name?
She does look kind of
Who was that track star?
Muscular, you know what I mean?
Who was that track star? Marilyn Jones?
Marion Jones.
Shit, man, that hurt me when I found out she was all roided up and shit like that. She should have gave those motherfucking medals back. She said, you gotta pry them away from me, bruh.
I mean, don't get what I'm saying misconstrued. Like, I don't think that she uses any drugs. Like, I'm pretty sure she doesn't.
No.
She looks natural as fuck.
She's thick as hell. Yes.
But, I mean, it kind of, I'm not going to say it makes sense, but I mean, I could see why they would drug test her slightly more. Just based off of the...
After a while, if you ain't finding no shit,
definitely
like...
that.
There was this other chick.
I mean, you swing and miss that many times? Come on, bro.
There was her name. This other, one of her rivals, even though she beats the ass all the damn time. Marie Savarosa, how the fuck her name is?
Maria Sharapova.
Sharapova?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they come up with some shit saying that she was all roided up when she went against Serena and she still lost? So how can you be roided up, a white person be roided up going against Serena Williams and you still get your ass whooped? Black power. Get a round of applause for that. And an explosion. That's it. For freedom. I ain't a slave. I ain't a slave. For freedom!
This man knows nothing about anything when it comes to technical operations.
He does not. It doesn't take direction very well.
No.
Okay, do it again. I'll do it low.
No,
it's
I'm
over.
gonna do it low.
No, it's over.
No.
It's
I'm
done.
gonna do it low for freedom.
Nah.
For freedom.
The next one where I was siding with her to start the week off, and then the weekend hit, and I was like, yeah, you're on your own.
Shit, I wasn't on there at all.
No, I was definitely side with her.
Nah.
Skylar Diggins. So she's become very vocal in terms of equal pay for WNBA players in comparison with the NBA. Now, on one hand, I would agree. They definitely could be compensated better. I've known one of the point guards, Danielle Robinson, since we were in high school. She went to Midi.
Oh, okay.
She was All-American, full ride to Oklahoma. She's played with San Antonio, a few other teams. I know what those contracts look like.
Really?
Yeah. There are people in the world who are working 2 jobs to just come over the average medium.
Right.
WNBA players are a part of that class.
Wow.
Yeah. So on one hand, I get it. You definitely want better pay.
Right.
Where I distance myself from Skylar's cause is when she starts calling out NBA players in comparison.
That's what she lost me.
Exactly. Because if we want to do comparisons, the WNBA generated $25 million of revenue over a 30-game season.
What the fuck is going on over there? These niggas having a club. My neighbors are legit blasting their music on a Monday. We sorry. We sorry, people.
It's lit.
It's hella lit right now.
Ganja
Explosions.
burn, ganja burn,
Ganja
I'm
burn.
not doing explosions no more.
For freedom.
So 25 million over a 30-game season, while the NBA last year generated $7 billion over an 82-game season.
It's economics at the end of the day.
And that's exactly, I was just, again, Larissa and I were having a conversation about all this. And that was her point, because her role is in marketing. And she's like, well, I get what you're trying to say, and I want to support you, but if we're talking numbers,
It's economics. How you
can't get a $140 million contract when the whole league is only generating $25 million.
You gotta grow the league.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, for example, the NBA. Because in the early days,
if you remember when it was
in the
83,
early days,
right before,
they were all working a job, like a regular job.
Same with the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, then playing, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to grow the league. It doesn't just happen overnight. And the WNBA it's pretty new. You know what I mean? Like, it's not...
It's been around for like damn near 15 years, right?
It's still been about
nearly...
over 20 years now.
Yeah, over 20 years, yeah.
But not nearly as long as the NBA.
Right.
For
You know what I'm
decades.
saying? So, like, you got to grow that league. You can't just jump into the ring with the champ. You know what I mean?
They just want better pay. How about that? They
Now
don't
they-
want
I
equal
will
Better
pay.
pay, I agree with you.
Better
but-
pay, I agree.
Yeah, I'll agree
Now,
with better.
I will say, Adam Silver is doing a great job with not only globally building the brand of the NBA, but doing so with the WNBA,
Oh, definitely.
doing so with the G League, and then even embracing the gamer world. Because they have the same thing they got with Madden. They got full-fledged teams dedicated after these basketball teams.
These niggas are really
Oh,
bad.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
they just had Team Knicks that just won a tournament.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
and
right.
he's fully embracing that. Like they have their own league account handle on Twitter.
Right.
So he's wrapping all that to build a global brand. So I applaud him for that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's just when again, like you broke it down, you've had the NBA.
Who's gonna watch? Let's break it down to ratings. What's gonna have the higher rating? The NBA Finals or the WNBA Finals?
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about, growing the league, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now I've watched the WNBA plenty of times. For those who don't know, we had the San Jose Storm here.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, I used to go to San Jose Storm games all the time. They were cool. Girls can ball. And the last 3 years, I've watched the WNBA Finals. And some of those games have been some of the best games I've seen in any league.
Right.
NFL and NBA included.
Right.
But the problem is that you got these great games, and they got to literally put a curtain around a quarter of the arena, so that way it doesn't show the empty seats when they're showing everything.
Right.
But hopefully it works out, because that's again, like we all agreed.
I just
Better
feel
pay.
they should just get paid.
Definitely.
They should just need better pay. But just at the end of the day, you got to make some sense. Don't use an NBA player like Nate Robinson or all these other players that are getting all this stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's economics at the end of the damn day.
Right.
Nobody's watching the WNBA like that. It's just
Right.
look at the seats, look at the ratings. Nobody's watching that shit.
I was just at least not yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Been
give
damn
it
near
time.
20
Hey,
years.
you never know.
Yeah, never know. Yeah,
You
like
never know,
women
bro.
wrestling.
I mean, they did
just
the same
gotta-
thing with the NBA.
Yeah, I mean,
the NBA games used to be fucking
Hey,
tape delayed.
the WWE is a good example.
I'm about to say that. Yeah, with the whole
Because, like,
women
the whole
and
women's
shit.
division. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
that
got their own thing going.
Yeah,
on.
because it grew up but the thing was, their matches became exciting. The wrestling became exciting. I don't know how.
But even look how long that
just
how long that took.
It took
Trish
a while.
Stratus, Lita and all them came out in 99, 2000, 2001.
It took a good minute. It took a great minute because there was a lot of great wrestling out there. But
I mean, but JC just said that the games that he'd seen were exciting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, just give it time. I'm
We'll
sure
see.
it'll build up. But you can't just, like I said, you can't jump in the ring with the champ on day one. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got to give that shit time.
Now I will say this: they deserve much better when it comes to those jerseys. The fact that the damn team names are like the actual advertising patch sizes, and they got all the fucking sponsor big ass names, like they deserve better than that.
oh yeah, of course.
I mean, that might just go along with the fact, like I said, the league is just not gaining that much money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but you know who else needs respect? Jamila Hill needs all the fucking respect in the world. Jamila Hill deserves respect. So got announced Sunday, this past Sunday.
Well, before that, rewind it back.
Okay.
So there's the new president of ESPN, Jimmy Pitaro. I guess he had a press conference this past Thursday or Friday, and he had basically said that he wants the brand to strictly focus on sports
All of a sudden,
and not focus on the political realm. Which on one hand, okay, I get it, but on the flip side, when you have the head person of the quote-unquote free world, and he's constantly bringing sports into his equation, how the fuck can you not separate it?
Right.
It doesn't make sense. But to each their own. Jamel Hill was basically saying, yeah, I ain't playing by that game. So
I'm out.
You got to figure out what you want to do. And she agreed to taking a buyout. So at the end of this week,
she gone.
yeah, she's gone. Because September 1st is what, Saturday? Yeah, so officially August 31st is going to be her final day with ESPN. Damn. And she's going to be venturing out and doing some stuff on her own.
So they're going to focus mainly on sports now all of a sudden.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. ESPN slowly turned into Fox News. That's pretty much what they became now. So, yeah, we wait till whole ass nigga says some other stupid ass shit. Or if Kaepernick decides to get signed to a team or some shit. We'll see.
So while she did that, Michelle Beadle, of course, like I had mentioned, I don't know what show she's going to be a part of now, but I think they're putting her specifically focusing with basketball. I think she's going back to NBA Countdown, if I'm not mistaken.
Why is this now?
Because remember when we were talking about earlier, when you were saying she wanted to distance herself from the
Yeah, we were talking this before we got on there. I just want to get the listeners to get it.
Well, because I had mentioned it earlier on air.
It's been a long day. Go on.
But if you weren't paying attention, like my co-host wasn't, she's having issues with the NFL, NCAA, and the treatment of women. And of course, the Urban Meyer situation didn't help. So she's basically taking the stance, I'm not watching football. And so with the new president, I guess they worked something out. Now, I don't know if this was already something in plan or if it was something that she had a talk with Jimmy. Either way, she's being removed from the new show that she had with Jalen and Greeny.
See, this
And then
is
she's
why.
going to. I'm thinking she's going back to NBA Countdown.
Yeah.
If not, Sports Nation, or she's going to have her own situation.
Nah. I taking that for a grain of salt because I remember she was all of a sudden like a huge wrestling fan like a few years ago. And then all of a sudden when Triple H walked Mayweather out for his match or whatever, Michelle Beadle was so appalled that Triple H and the WWE was attaching himself to Mayweather since he's a domestic violence person that she said, I'm no longer watching wrestling no more and I'm just not gonna be cool with it no more or whatever. After she was always bigging it up and shit. And then that was like for like a year. And then, like a year later, she just popped up at a wrestling event, and she's all cool with the WWE again.
No,
like
of course,
that's
what I said. It's going to be a situation of we going to see if this is something permanent or she
I don't
ends up being
back.
at one of the championship games, whether it be the NCAA championship or
the
she's at the Super Bowl, right? So
she'd be back. She always comes back. They always come back to this shit,
like that music,
like that fucking music. What is going on?
Give me
I'm
a
sorry,
hell
people.
yeah.
But these were my neighbors deciding
feedback
to
and everything.
yeah.
Yeah. They're just blasting this shit. Fucking, I
Maybe
don't know.
we'll record there next week.
Yeah, we should. Maybe we should. Because they just decided they're going to have a little club event on a Monday. Like, school's starting and everything. Why you blasting music now?
know.
Whole ass niggas.
So, and then to finish out sports talk.
Neighbor. Sorry.
Finish out sports talk. Something that actually is unfortunate and actually hit home with me because I was like, that's horrible. 10 Oakland schools within the Oakland School District, they actually got rid of half of their athletic programs.
That's a damn shame.
So,
Seriously.
520 student athletes in total. 347 of them girls, which makes up for basically about 33% of this cut. They lose their programs in a $500,000 budget cut. So that means pretty much a fifth of each student athlete in the entire district is affected by this. In co-ed, they're getting rid of bowling, golf, swimming, tennis, and wrestling. For the boys, they're getting rid of boys volleyball. And then for the girls, they're getting rid of their lacrosse and their badminton.
But they're keeping football.
Oh, of course. The football, basketball, baseball, those
Those
they're
are
not going
money
anywhere.
makers.
But everything else, if you ain't doing, man, that's sad.
It is. It's horrible. I mean, my issue with this has always been if you're going to cut something, provide an alternative. Don't just cut it, and now you have these kids that are susceptible to anything and everything that doesn't have them doing something in a positive way. And that's exactly what they just did. Because now there's no alternative for them to go through. I mean, you could try to do football, but if you're a wrestler, you weren't trying to do football to begin with. That was the reason why you're wrestling.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's horrible. That's just pretty much what I have to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Tiger Woods.
Yeah, move on. Don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, well,
Nah, move on.
everybody was celebrating Tiger Woods, and I remember.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
You don't have to talk about that. That's fine.
Go ahead.
I remember I was one of the few who refused to acknowledge him as Tiger and said that nigga is Eldrick.
Yep.
And that's all he is now. Y'all need to accept it and move the fuck on. And y'all swore up and down he was coming back. This was Tiger. And somehow, some way, he was going to put black people back on the map, even though he didn't want to represent initially. Well, I hope you eat your words, and I hope it stings, and I hope it hurts.
Nigga, whole ass nigga, man. I mean, it's not surprising.
Yeah, so they interviewed him in regards to the whole ass motherfucker in office. And his responses were, number one, well, I was already having dinner and playing golf with him before he hit the office anyway, so, you know, it is what it is. And then when they asked him about his thoughts on the office, his stance was basically, at the end of the day, you gotta respect the office.
See, you kind of said something similar to that. Kind of. Not like that, how he said it, but he's like, for the title of presidency, I respect that. I'm like, man, fuck that.
Yeah, I said for the title presidency, I respect it. However, I need to see somebody that garners that respect. And he doesn't garner it, so that cancels out.
But with this nigga, Tiger,
With this,
doesn't
it's,
surprise
I'm
me.
going to go play golf in, you know, Capicalage and chow mein.
Because it doesn't affect him. It doesn't affect. It doesn't affect Tiger. See, this is the reason why I got so blah about that shit. Because I took an Uber the other day when I was coming back from the movies, and I got picked up by one of my old friends. Nah, he's not even a friend. Just someone I was associated with, and I was quickly reminded about why I don't associate with him. And when it came to hoe ass nigga, he was talking hella ignorant, just going like, yeah, this is crazy, man. You should just respect the White House and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. Like, he was hella cool when he was a celebrity. Now he's president. Everyone hates him. And I had to quickly explain to him, like, yeah, like, you do know what the KKK fucking endorse him, right? And I had to just explain this shit to somebody. It's like, and it's just, he's like, oh, really? Really? Damn, really? That happened?
You ain't hear David Duke.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, are you really
that's
that?
how all of it, or not, let me rephrase that. That's how a majority of his followers, and I mean...
But he was
well,
black.
You know who I mean by when I'm saying
I know.
his.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Stupid
That's
niggas.
how they are, bro. They're just
they choose to be ignorant.
They're one-sided as shit, and they turn a blind eye to the other.
And he's like, I have no issues with Trump. Personally, I don't know him personally. I have no issues with him. But, hey, personally, he's making my money go up and all this other shit. Like, man, if you don't get
Which
the
is true.
fuck out of here.
Hey, man.
If you make a certain bracket... If you're in a certain tax bracket and you own property, it is true.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't affect them.
So, you know, if I was in that tax bracket, as much shit as I would talk about him,
this shit.
Who's to say that with my tax
periodically though, bro? Like, you know,
of course.
Like, it's just it's something. In my opinion, it was bound to happen.
Of course,
you know,
but it happened under his watch. Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just
so it's one of those things where it's like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying when I hear shit like that.
I got you.
I had to like explain to him and I had to educate him. And I'm like, motherfucker, you didn't even go to college. Like, really? I didn't stop going to college. And you in college right now? You stupid motherfucker. It just irritates me. Ignorant people that choose to be ignorant irritate me. Choose to. You could be smart if you want to, but you choose to stay stupid.
I mean, the evidence enough is in these immigrants and the families with the kids being reunited. Yeah. That's evidence alone.
Do we have sleepers? They're gonna copyright that. They're gonna copyright that.
They already did. They got it on their t-shirts.
And now it's on there, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Ben had that.
Now don't sue me.
But we bring that up because there is one man who wants to stand up to the office.
For freedom?
I don't know. But he wants to stand up and he wants all his pyros to go with him. Sparklers and all.
Press it.
And that's Bill Goldberg.
For freedom.
Yeah, he basically just went on Twitter and he basically, in lack of words, fuck this motherfucker. Let's get in the ring and let's squab it out.
Hey.
Yeah, well, he's white, so ain't nothing gonna happen to him.
Exactly.
So.
That's exactly where I was going with that.
So.
We ain't got sleepers, but we got reviews.
That's what I was gonna mean. Do we have reviews?
Of course we do. We always got reviews every week.
Always.
Boss.
Greenville's very own Boss.
Oh, God.
Bass.
Not purposely.
How did you say his name? I was curious about that.
Boss.
It's just Boss? Mm-hmm. Like Boss, like B-O-S-S, but it's spelled B-A-S?
Boss. It's not boss, it's boss.
Boss.
You have to, accentuate.
Yeah, I got you.
So I enjoyed both his previous two albums. Really, really enjoyed Too High to Riot in 2016. That was my shit. So when it came to Milky Way, when he was dropping the singles and the videos, I purposely stayed the fuck away from those. Because I was like, I want to enjoy the first listen all the way through. Yeah. I don't want to see anything, none of that. So while I was at work on Saturday, because I really didn't get a chance to listen to it on Friday. Saturday, I gave it a spin a couple times. He's 3 for 3 in his releases. Quietly. Like, he's one of the ones where he really doesn't get a lot of talk in terms of, I wouldn't necessarily say up-and-comers, but just those who are making waves as is.
Mm-hmm.
But for those who've been paying attention, no, he's pretty much 3 for 3 at this point. He's very good at his second and third tracks of his projects. And this pretty much continues with Front Desk into Tribe, which features his boss, J. Cole. A$AP Ferg made a random ass feature on here, and I gotta say, that random ass feature worked.
The whole album was like, that whole album flowed.
It was smooth.
It was smooth all the way through. And that's why I give credit to Dreamville, man. Dreamville and TDE are the last labels that care about albums. They don't care about singles. They care about your album. They make sure your stuff is not bumping, but it's cohesive and it makes sense.
Yeah.
They don't care about streaming records. They don't care about breaking records. They just want you to drop good music that will stand for the test of time.
Right.
And Dreamville, TDE, Boss.
So some of the producers included on here, of course, Ron Gilmore, forever producing associate of Dreamville. You got Childish Major, Sango even made an appearance. And then K Quick, of course, who's done numerous productions for them as well. Yeah, overall, this is something you definitely want to go check out for sure. Ari Lennox she was featured on the opening track. But that wasn't the only reason why she was in the news this past week.
Yeah, this shit came out of nowhere.
Yeah, so she had just got done releasing. She had told this wild ass story about how she basically ended up with Dreamville. Mm-hmm. She was pretty much chasing this boy. They had this relationship that kind of basically was a situationship. He went off to the military. She tried to make it work. It fizzled out. 2 weeks later, Cole calls her. So
yeah, like that happens to everybody.
Yeah. So in doing that, they released one of her latest single. I forgot the title of it. But then she came out this past week basically citing that her heart is no longer, while she wants to continue with music, her heart's not in it right now.
Pretty
and because
much.
her heart's not in it, she's not going to waste time. And at the end of the day, she needs to focus on her mental health. So she's trying to...
How long she been with the Dreamville? Like, what, 2 years?
2 or 3 years now. Maybe
Yeah,
even 4.
I was wondering how come she hasn't dropped, like, a project or anything.
She has.
Like an EP? Mm-hmm. It was like, like an EP.
She's dropped... I know she's dropped one either earlier this year or it was last year.
Yeah, it was an EP, if I remember correctly. She didn't, because, she dropped it around the same time SZA did.
Yeah.
And everyone was waiting, like, SZA dropped her shit, so everyone was waiting on her, and it never happened, and now we know why, because her heart's not in it, so, shouts out to her. She gets her mind right.
As dope as her recent single was, because it actually was really good, your mental health is always much more important, so we definitely send our prayers and thoughts out to Ari as she goes through this next chapter in her life where she's, at the end of the day, it's all about finding peace within yourself.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Definitely.
And, well, good news. Finally, out of nowhere, E40 dropped.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. So do we all agree? So you and I agree that Boss is it's dope, right? It's fire.
Yeah.
Because we have a new way of saying that things are fire around here.
Ganja burn,
Ganja burn, ganja burn.
Yeah. So go check out Boss Milky Way. Now,
Anyway, like I was saying, before ganja burns, E40 finally dropped Get the Gab. But not only that, he announced that this isn't just the only album that's dropping this year.
yeah.
He got a few more albums dropping, but towards the end of the year, like 3 more.
So this was the end of August.
Two more.
So this is the end of August. He's dropping one at the end of October. Then he's dropping another one either mid-December or at the end of December.
Yeah, and I was expecting, when I came in this, I was kind of holding my breath, hoping this shit wasn't going to be 23 songs, because that's what pretty much all his albums are like.
Yeah.
But it surprised me. He only had 12. So I was like, for sure. Thank you.
It was less than 40 minutes.
Yes, it was 40, and he pretty much said what he had to say, and it ended. And that's exactly what it should have been. He was spitting. And
He's talking his shit.
oh yeah, he had his features. He had Ty Dolla $ign. He had Vince Staples. He even got fucking your boy on there, aka Rich Rocka.
Yeah. Nah, that ain't talking about nothing with G Perico and Vince Staples. That's a banger.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a slapper.
The Pots and Pans man that was good to hear. Vintage Uncle 40. But then some of it too was just, oh no.
What's it called? The Pack Attack was one of my favorites. I like that one. Fucking These Days, that shit fucking was a smooth one. You know what I'm talking about? That shit was fucking smooth. I love that one. And always in every E40 album, he always has that retrospect, deep record with the struggle ass hook, with someone singing on a struggle hook. That's what he always has that on every one of them. And When Life Shows Up is one of them. Every one of them.
Mike Marshall is forever gonna show up on E40 albums.
Always. That's who he is.
Thank God for that.
Forever and ever.
Yeah, but he was the one I'm talking about. I was just like, every time I hear him singing, like, okay. The Ty Dolla $ign records, One Night's cool too.
Yeah, I liked it for what it was. Obviously, there's certain tracks. Relax featuring Problem was. Denny's, I really wasn't.
You didn't like Denny's? That shit was a slapper.
Oh God, I did not like that track.
You didn't like that record?
Nah.
Damn.
See, the thing to me with this album, the hooks were too simple, bro.
Well,
Like, I don't know. That's just the way I felt about it. It just seemed like he
tell me
didn't put
when to
no.
go. Tell me when to go.
No, I know. Believe me, I know.
Turn that
E40 is my
music
favorite
up.
rapper.
Turn
bro.
that music
Like,
up. I'm just.
You know what I'm saying? But like, it almost seems like he didn't put too much into this album. Unfortunately,
Really?
in my mind, yeah. As far as his verses, I mean, it's 40. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he does. But just the overall like construction of the songs, I don't know how I quite felt about it, to be honest.
I feel it, because it sounds like he's really taking his time with this shit. If he's dropping 2 more albums towards the end of the year, he must be taking. This is supposed to come out back in June. So
What is this now? His 28th album?
if you count all those fucking
bro.
anthologies,
He's got so many. Like, serious. And then ones that weren't even, like, publicized like that. I'm talking about, like, in the early days.
Right,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So, like, he's got, I don't know.
Block Brochure, and then what's it called? I'm talking about the anthology series and shit. Like, so I call his fucking albums the anthology series. That's what they are.
What they are, dude. Like, yeah.
Dropping 4 albums in the same day, and they're all different music. He doesn't want you to listen to it all at once. Just which one you like.
Right.
Take your time.
But but honestly, let's keep it funky. He can literally take tracks from all those albums and make one slapping ass album.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but
That's why his greatest hits is gonna be stupid.
Oh my God.
He put out a greatest hits halfway through his careir. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Think about that.
I mean, he paved the way. Like, he came up with that idea. And I think part of him was thinking, how come no other rappers do this shit? Because every year, you will be known that E40 will drop an anthology series.
I will say this: the same way that we commended Budden for being a trendsetter and being ahead of the game.
Gotta give it to E40.
Yeah, man, you.
Gotta
He
give
has
it to
found a
E40.
way to be ahead of the game in almost every aspect, and people really don't talk about it because,
He's local.
yeah,
Yeah, there's.
But, I
that.
mean, you talk about just I don't even want to say the liquor game because now he's getting into water.
Oh yeah, he's going back into the 40
Yeah,
water.
so we're just talking beverages in general.
Yeah.
Just how much movement he's made on that. I mean, you got the liquors, the actual spirits, and then the wine.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And then you got the beer. Then now you got the water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's all over.
Right.
So, if we keep it in the Bay Area, Mr. Fab dropped I think this is his 4th project this year. Because it was Thug Tears and Thug Tears 2, and then he released his the Freestyle King series again. Forgot which one, 4 or 5, whatever. He does a lot of them.
He's been working.
He's been working, so he
Yeah.
decided to drop another project out of nowhere. I don't know how long he's been working on it, but he wants to take us back to 2006 with the hyphy movement and called it Year 2006. Now, sorry. I think my theory about it, because he saw how big, what's it called, I'm Still Feeling It got, and he saw the traction it got, so he's like, let me try to recreate I'm Still Feeling It, the mixtape.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, let's do Son of a Pimp Part
The
1,
album.
but new.
Yes.
Oh, well, Son of a Pimp 2 was dope.
No, I'm saying he tried to redo the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like the 2006
Oh,
version.
yeah, pretty much.
Or
Yeah.
he tried redoing the Baydestrian.
Nah,
This sounded like the Baydestrian.
Nah,
to me, in terms of
Baydestrian was
overall
more.
sound.
Baydestrian was more. He had more slappers on the.
No.
had a
I'm not
different
talking about.
sound in
I'm
the
not talking
Baydestrian.
about. I'm not talking about the quality in the tracks. I'm talking about the sound.
Nah.
It was more high because Son of a Pimp 1 really wasn't that hyphy in terms of what it was.
But the
what
hits
we're used
were.
to.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
hits were, but
hits were hyphy.
that's why the album was great because the hits were. But then you went
Yeah.
through the whole album.
He had those deep
The
cuts.
Baydestrian was nothing but just hyphy.
Hyphy
That's what this
music,
is.
Yeah.
This really
No,
isn't one of
there
those.
was some deep
few,
tracks. There was some
yeah.
deep tracks on Baydestrian.
Like it's with the title escapes me, but I know that the feature was Dogwood.
I know exactly what you're thinking of when the world turns or some shit like
Some
that.
shit like that,
Yeah,
yeah. Like,
He
Yeah,
had
some
them, but in
deep cuts.
comparison, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
In comparison,
Yeah.
so when you're bringing this up, that's why I'm saying this is more the Baydestrian
Yeah.
than it is Son of a Pimp.
No, I hear you on that, but the reason why I say Son of a Pimp is just because the beats were recreated from
Well,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah, because honestly, this shit was like my greatest fear. It was 22 fucking tracks.
hour and a half or hour 20.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, whoa, all right, Fab. And I get to it when I get to it. So when I finally got to it, the first half, probably like the first 10 songs were good. And he could have just ended. He probably could have had that last song, the Andre Hicks song, dedicated to E40. Not E40, to Mac Dre. And he could have just ended it right there. But no, he had way too much filler on this shit. Not like Fab, but that he should have cut the fat. And pretty much when you go on Apple Music and you see all the stars, those are the songs he should have kept. Seriously.
Well, I
the
mean,
first five.
and then add So there's 7 stars. The track with Too Short Hustler, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Shahid Akbar, which of course is in memory of Jacka. Keep that one.
Yeah, you got to.
I mean, like, what's that? That's 8?
So that's 9.
9.
And then Andre Hicks, and then maybe I would even say just throw in one more, just for the hell of it.
The Snoop Dogg one, Still Feeling It.
I still
Even
don't
for
understand
me,
why
I was-
Snoop was
yeah.
on there. Like, did he even meet Mac Dre? I mean, I'm sure he did in passing.
Here's
like-
this is what Martin and I were talking about. It was funny to hear it because it was like he just remixed the song that he remade of the original hit. So it was like
Yeah.
it was like hyphy session instead of Inception.
Hypeception.
Exception.
Hyphyception.
Yeah, I know what Fab was trying to do. He was trying to bring that nostalgia feel to it, but then it got to the halfway point, and it was just like I started tuning out, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Which is my take with all the Fab projects this year, which has been he could have easily cut these down to
The EP level.
6 to 10 track projects, whether they were EPs or albums,
Right.
whatever. But he was on to something. It was just after a point, it just becomes overkill.
He just kept recording, and he just put the whole session on a fucking disc,
Right.
and put it on Apple Music, and just not even no cohesiveness to it. There's no flow to it.
Yeah, that's the thing that bugged me, to be honest with
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
flow. He just put it all on there, like a mixtape. And whatever.
Well,
Fab,
I mean-
we glove you, but
you. Nah, well, if you consider it a mixtape, right?
I'm not considering it. But
Okay.
it's just the way he just did
But
it.
back to E40 though, that's the reason why he's dropped all those albums at one time, was because he wanted to make a point that, you know, just because you're putting out mixtapes, free mixtapes and shit, like
You can make
drop
money
them as
off
albums.
this shit.
Just throw them, you know what I mean, on the iTunes store, on Apple Music, or what, you know, whatever, all those. Excuse me. And so I mean, from that aspect, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Because he's just working. He's just throwing it out there. But for me,
Like the actual
like an
listener,
actual fan of
and
Mr.
I'm a
Fab,
fan of Fab, and I
fan
know
of
what he's
E40.
capable of.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's like, I don't know, it's way
It's
too
gonna
much.
be it's forgettable. Like, and I liked Thug Tears the first half until shit. If I hear him talk about his mom one more time, it was all respect to her, all respect to him.
Definitely that.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But when it was every track he kept talking about, first time I was like, okay, it's cool. Second track, all right. Third, fourth, fifth. What track were we on? Oh, damn, 25. Every track he kept talking about it. And I was like, all right. Then when Thug Tears 2 came out, I didn't even listen to it because it was just like, we gonna talk about the same shit?
Same.
Anyway, I don't want to.
There was a winner though.
Yeah, there was some winners. What,
No,
Freddie didn't win?
I'm talking about Karina.
Oh yeah, she produced she engineered like 5 of them.
Yeah. So shout out to he actually shouted her out on one of the tracks.
Should have been rapping on one of them, but that's neither here nor there.
Shout out to Karina. He did have RBE SOB on here. They were all just split up.
I know. I mentioned it. I saw it.
Yeah, they're all split up.
Yeah, all I
Yes.
saw was Slimmy B. Or
I
at
am
least I
Sue.
think that's what it was.
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, I see
Lil
Slim.
Uno made an appearance. I was like, oh,
Yeah, well, and Lil B.
yeah.
Or-
Lil B makes more sense though.
Yeah, that's true.
Filthy was on a couple tracks.
Yeah, no, he
Too Short was
just
on a
has
couple.
from SOB. He only has. Slim
Oh, you know what?
B.
I was thinking of because the other one was.
Other one was on
E40
E40
right?
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the one that
Young
slapped.
T.O.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit slapped. That one was dope. Anyway, let's move
That
on.
Jamaican funk sample.
Yeah, that was dope. Some R&B dropped.
Yeah.
Blood Orange. What's his name? His name's Blood Orange, or is it Negro Swan?
No, the album's Negro Swan.
Yeah, well, Blood Orange dropped, and I was seeing a lot of critical acclaim about him. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to him. And JC put it in the group chat, so I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. Oh, let's see how it goes. So I played it. First time I played it, I went to sleep. So I was like, okay, maybe I was just tired. I had a long day, whatever. So I tried to listen to him
And
again.
It's R&B, you know.
But it's like
he's
alternative
British.
R&B.
He's British.
But the more I kept listening, I listened to it 3 times just to see if I will get it, you know. And it just he reminded me too much of Frank Ocean. And if I want to listen to Frank Ocean, I go listen to Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
It's nothing bad about it. It's not a bad album by any means. There were some few tracks I kind of did like, but it just didn't do nothing for me.
Yeah, you basically got to go back to Cupid Deluxe and Freetown Sound. Because those were the ones that, like, you'll understand his vision. At that point. If you jump right into Negro Swan, this is the first time you're listening to him, you're not gonna vibe with it. So of course, this is actually his 4th album under the alias Blood Orange. So his name, of course, is Devontae Hayes, who's put out some projects under that alias, under his name, but this is the 4th one under Blood Orange. I took it for what it was. It was cool. I liked it. It's definitely smooth. The features on here, they actually took me by surprise, but they actually rolled well. I did not expect Puff Daddy to be on this album, but he was.
That was random.
And it worked. The Chewing Gum joint with A$AP Rocky and Project Pat, that was good. I really liked Saint. Saint was a good one. And then, I'm trying to think which was the final one. Somewhere in the second half. Because after a while I was listening while I was at work and I couldn't properly look at each track. I just had to go.
It was vibing.
Yeah, but I mean, it was cool. I took it for what it was.
And people calling this album of the year and shit like that. You know, people like
Whoa.
and you're saying that because Drake co-signed it. So,
of course.
Come on, man.
yeah, you know how that
You know how
goes.
hype beasts go.
Exactly.
But I took it for what it was. I liked it. It was, again, if you've been paying attention to his career for a while, then this is definitely something you're going to want to go pick up. If you haven't heard of Blood Orange yet, do not start here. Go back and
Well, I had to learn that the hard way.
go back and listen to some earlier projects, and from there you can make a pretty honest decision with yourself.
So
whether
Blood
you
Orange is
it.
like his Machiavelli, pretty much, like his alias.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. He's good. He's a quality artist overall, though.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. But we're in the midst of somebody who dropped an album as well on this Friday. We wanted to save it for last. Martine.
What?
Yeah.
What? Me?
Yeah.
Oh
shit.
that's right.
Y'all good now?
Hey.
For freedom.
I really can't stand you, Busby.
Hey, I'm not being loud because I hurt your eardrum, so I'm just saying it very, very low.
It's not that you hurt my eardrums. It's that you made the shit clip.
For freedom.
And as a producer, that shit kills me, bro. Like,
Well, go ahead and talk about your project. This is all you. This is your time to
my
shine.
project.
Yeah, you see that you were really working on this shit for a minute.
Yeah, well, I mean, depends on how you define a minute, really, because like, I want to say that I made the announcement for this, not necessarily the title, but just the fact that I was dropping a project. I did it. I announced it last year. And that sounds like a really long time for one album, especially, you know what I mean? Like, I don't got much else to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I actually was working on my friend's album, and I recorded, engineered, did all that shit. So once I was finally done with that, because, I mean, there was so many setbacks with his project, because someone that he had worked with previously didn't hand over the stems.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's
so
always fun.
Yeah, we literally re-recorded his entire album.
That had to be a bitch.
Oh, yes, it was.
What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, tell me about it. But once I was finally done with that shit, started jumping on mine, and I was like, man, you know, what's a good date to put this out? I started looking on the calendar. Oh, wait, this is a Friday? Kobe Day?
Kobe.
It's like the universe just aligned for you.
Yeah, so pretty much, man. I mean, from that point, it was maybe 3 months ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? Like about a good 3 months.
Yeah.
And from there, man, it was like I had the beats already made, because I don't stop making beats.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
if I did, I don't know, man. My mind might explode, but nah. But I really don't stop making beats. So I had them all done. I just selected the ones I felt like were gonna be cool. You know what I mean? We're gonna sound good next to each other. And yeah, man. The writing process for me is new. Well, I don't get to say new, because I mean,
Yeah.
back in the day, me and JC used to trade lines back and forth. But to actually form a song, like, I guess that to me was new. And I don't know how y'all felt about it, but I felt like I put my foot in this album.
Oh, you can tell you did. I commend you for that. You worked your ass off.
I was
on
proud
it.
of you because this was you didn't play this for me beforehand.
Yeah.
So I went into it listening, and
I kind of did that on purpose, though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wanted you guys to like hear it on your own terms, like just not like, oh, here, I'm forcing it on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
Yeah, because of course we had already talked about why you put out the pre-roll packs.
Yeah.
And you were just kind of, it was one of those things where it was just the evolution of growth from where I first started.
Yeah, exactly.
So I took those for what they were.
Right.
Nah, the production has definitely improved. Yeah, I remember you sending me bars way back when. That's definitely improved.
Thank you.
This is the overall format. Like, everything, like, I mean, there were some joints that, I really wasn't too keen on, but overall, I mean, East Side Story was dope. Flyway 101, like I had that on repeat.
Sure.
I think
I like the intro.
There are two more.
Everybody
right
loves
now,
that beat. Man.
yeah.
Everybody loves that beat to the intro.
Yeah.
I mean, you put your ass into this. Like you put your foot in this. You put your whole knee into this shit, and it shows. So I commend you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell
Thank you,
yeah.
man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love.
We'll stream that.
And it's available on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all the digital streaming platforms. It's on iTunes. It's on Amazon.
Anything with streaming.
Man, everything, bro. Like everything.
That
It's
streaming is the new
everywhere.
shit.
And if you see me out in the streets, I mean, chances are I got a CD with me too. So,
But he gonna
holla
give
at
it to
me.
you for free. You better pay for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hold up.
He don't work for Birdman.
Hey, nah, bro.
This
You get
ain't
money.
Tidal.
No, I'm just like- Nah, man. It's $10. Ain't shit. You know what I mean? You spend that on a meal. Why
Unfortunately,
not?
we do. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So if we just keep moving on right along, power. We haven't been talking about power in a minute because nothing's really. I mean, shit's been going down, but JC's been working. The show's kind of been pissing me off a little bit. Martine, don't watch it.
Nope.
But this motherfucking season 5, episode 8.
Well, yeah,
This motherfucker right here.
This past episode, yeah, it came out of nowhere. Well, it didn't come out of nowhere. What happens in this episode happens out of nowhere.
Motherfuckers get shot.
Well, one motherfucker got shot.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, one motherfucker got shot. One motherfucker.
Nah, not one.
Who else,
Motherfuckers got shot.
who else got shot?
Who he took out?
I know Kanan, but who else?
You didn't count 4 cop bodies around?
I don't count. No, fuck them cops. We talk about Kanan.
Like, there's one person
that
that
everyone
actually
really
matters.
cared.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, it was just 50. Came out of
there were
nowhere,
bodies on the floor. Motherfuckers got shot.
but it was the one that really mattered.
The main character, yes, but they don't.
Nah, just
There were
fuck them
bodies
cops.
around.
Anyway, 50 is gone. 50 Cent's character Kanan got killed off power in a random episode. Because we didn't expect it. I thought he was going to get killed off maybe in the season finale at least.
I said it was gonna be him or Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy's still going to go. The way that, because it just came out, I still feel he's going to go. But that shit was just so random. I didn't expect it. Well, actually, I did because fucking 21 Savage spoiled it. Because if y'all don't know, fucking Power always gets
21.
uploaded to Stars around midnight on Saturday or Sunday or whatever, so people can watch it early before it airs. So I was coming back from the bar after a night, and I'm just scrolling on Twitter, and all of a sudden I just see 21 Savage just tweet out, "R.I.P. Kanan."
Really?
Yes.
I saw an Instagram post from Snoop.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just went, really, nigga? And it just happened out of nowhere.
I actually saw the post from 50. That's
50
how I
did
found
it?
out.
Wow.
He was on his Instagram and he had a damn
Fuck this
he had
show.
memorial flowers or whatever, and it said "Rest in peace to Kanan" or maybe.
Oh,
And I was
What an
like,
asshole. What an asshole.
so when I saw that, I thought they burned him again, and then he disappeared.
Nah, they shot him and they made sure to let you know he did.
Yeah.
They might bring him. No, he was in the morgue.
he was in the corner,
He
chilling.
dead. They
And when I say chilling, it wasn't cold. Like he wasn't there, relaxing. It was cold chilling.
dead.
Body temperature down, all that.
Damn.
And basically, the premise of it was Tasha used him to take the fall for killing Ray Ray.
Yeah.
And come to find out, I literally put the pieces together on the way over here. Tariq was a part of it the whole time. Mm-hmm. Like
you didn't know that?
Well, no, because it's just when she's like the guns with Tariq, and I'm like, oh, she planted it on him, and she knows that he's with him. Until I went back and thought about it when she texted him, and then he responded back, Queens. And I was like,
Yeah, I figured that out. I was just like, oh shit. But now I'm kind of curious about what Tariq's role, because now he's kind of on that, he's kind of
He's on the rise.
He's a goon now.
Yeah.
Now I have a feeling, because 50 told him, I remember Kanan told him, how could you kill somebody that you love? And he said, you ain't a real killer till you do.
Yeah.
And he was kind of spooked about that. Now I'm kind of really thinking about it. He could kill somebody. He could kill Ghost.
Well, he's already killed. He has already killed somebody.
Well, yeah, he did. It's for his sisters. But I'm talking about like a family member. He might kill Tommy.
Yeah. Well, see, here's my take on it. Not only was it well done for what we saw on the surface. It was well done for what we don't, because if you remember, Kanan's character thrived off of anything like, you know, situations like this, just pretty much anarchy and chaos. So the fact that even though he's physically gone, the seeds he's planted in Tariq, wherever there's static and wherever there's uncertainty and there's chaos, Kanan's spirit is still around.
Yes, exactly.
So he lives forever until all this gets resolved.
And we still don't know the history between Tasha and Kanan. There was still something there that they did not mention.
I don't think there was much of it. I think it was just he knew that she was behind Ghost getting him in jail.
The reason why I say that is because in the behind the scenes shit, they were talking to the writer and she's like, yeah, there is history there. She mentioned there's history, and the way they're talking is like, what kind of history is there? And the way he was grabbing her and shit like that, kind of almost romantically. What if, hypothetically, Tariq is not Ghost's son and it's Kanan's?
Well, she already debunked that.
How?
They said it wasn't that.
Who, the writer said that?
Yeah, they said that. Remember when that came out on Instagram?
No. I don't follow
We talked about it.
When?
We talked about it after the 3rd episode, when they came up with that theory that...
she could be lying.
No, all the writers came out and said that's not the case, but you got to tune in to watch what happens later on.
I know, but I'm just saying, they could just make up some shit at the end of the day. Because right now, I feel... Because they said that was the last minute thing they said when they killed him.
Yeah, but...
I'm just saying, you don't trust the damn writers.
Man, I just want to know when Laces is coming back.
Well, that's the fucked up part about it.
Because that's like the only reason why I watched one episode.
The whole point, Kendrick was saying that he wanted to come back and help Kanan. Now that's gone.
That's true. Yeah.
So
damn.
But it's not only the seeds that got planted in Tariq. It's also now there's distrust and no longer there's a bond that's failing between Ghost and Tommy. So
it's been failing.
Yeah.
It's been failing since the first season.
And then of all the people, I knew at some point
Turtle,
we were going to have to wish Proctor his downfall. And he fucked it up right at the end. And I was like, man.
I was like, you snitched, Turtle? Really? If y'all don't know Turtle, it's Entourage. I'm an Entourage, people know. You're like, you really done snitched. Wow, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to see what happens. He probably going to die. But the best part about it is when you saw Kanan's body, they played the new record, Get the Strap.
Press the wrong button.
You got scared, didn't you? Look, I didn't have my headphones on. But, yeah, the song itself is cool. I mean, personally, I kind of like the record. 50 killed it. Casanova killed it. And people don't like 6ix9ine's verse, but you expected some lyrical miracle shit. It's who he is.
Wait, you said Casanova? I thought it was Uncle Murder.
Uncle Murder was on it too.
Oh, okay.
And
it's his
Casanova.
song, but it's featuring Casanova, 50, and 6ix9ine.
Gotcha.
And the record, it was very nostalgic. It was a grimy ass record. It was one of those records 50 probably would have released if, Get Rich or Die Trying was coming out, or The Massacre.
It's something that he honestly would have released as a Mobb Deep record when they were on G Unit. Like one of those side B cuts.
Yeah, maybe it could have been a record that could have came out during the whole G Unit reunion. Yeah, but the record was all right to me. I kind of personally liked it. People do not like 6ix9ine's verse, but I'm just like, you know who the fuck he is. He told you he's a troller that knows how to rap. So
but he doesn't even care though.
Exactly. So I don't know why people were just mad. But 6ix9ine again. As soon as we like talking about him, something else happens.
And now I'm like, yeah, I'm off him. I'm off that.
Pretty much. So pretty much he has beef with Ludacris now.
What kind of shit is that?
I mean, but what happened was that Wild 'N Out happened. They also premiered that episode with Azalea Banks, which was hilarious.
Yes. Which was hilarious. Completely against what she had claimed. And anyway, her face was priceless.
Oh yeah, it was like that when they were roasting her. It was like that scene from Nutty Professor when Dave Chappelle was roasting Sherman, and they kept zooming in with the sad music playing and everyone laughing. That was Azalea Banks.
Oh boy, you got more crack than Harlem.
I remember my uncle saw that scene, and when that scene, you just heard Dave Chappelle still roasting him. You on that new diet, Slim Slow? He was laughing his ass off. Even when the camera was zooming in on Eddie Murphy, all sad, he was on the floor dying.
We got the lady. Oh, lady. Who is sucking whose titties?
Who is sucking whose titties right Yeah, damn. Oh, Reggie!
Good times.
Yeah, I might watch that movie. Anyway, that's besides the point. So, Ludacris was on Wild 'N Out. They brought out a 6ix9ine impersonator, and pretty much Ludacris just said that, yeah, he ain't gonna be around for much longer. So 6ix9ine took offense to that, and he went on Instagram and said, "Suck my dick, stupid."
Pause.
And
I mean, but really, is he gonna be around for much longer?
I mean, we know that.
I mean, he's
not.
Come on,
He gonna be dead or in jail.
one of the two.
You know how everything's been working lately, so he keeps playing this shit. That's what's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
And he also said that Ludacris was washed up and shit, and I'm like, really? Don't. And then all of a sudden there was like this whole talk about on Twitter that if Ludacris is really washed up, and he was just like who Big Sean is right now. I'm like, okay, you better put some respect on Ludacris's name. The fuck?
See, that's what I don't get is when they call like, and it's hard to call him a legend. But he is in his own right.
I mean, right now he's old as hell. He's like,
that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Like, he's already past the prime of his career. How can
He's
you call
moved
him
on to other
washed?
ventures.
yeah, he has that shit on MTV. He's making money off that Fear Factor shit. That shit's a hit. Surprisingly,
I mean,
Let's not talk about the residuals from the Fast and Furious.
Fast and the Furious, that Fast and the Furious money. You don't have to rap at all. And he's dropped classic albums back for the first time. What was the other one? Theater of Mind, personally, is my favorite. One of my favorite Ludacris albums. Theater of Mind.
Word of mouth.
Word of Mouth.
Word of mouth for sure. Theater Mind,
To me, that was one of my favorites. That was one of my favorites. I love
I'm
the
sorry,
concept.
I'm not thinking Theater.
Wait, no,
Theater of Mind I
Theater of
like.
Mind's cool.
I'm thinking about which was the one
Release Therapy.
Release Therapy, yeah. He got the Grammy off that, though.
Mary J.
That Mary J.
Oh, that Mary J. Blige.
That Mary J. Blige. That's the only reason why you won it.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck it, got the Grammy off that, but you better put some respect on. And the thing is, some people think Ludacris should just drop a record, go on that 6ix9ine. I was like, for what? He's like the Joker. No, he's like the Joker. It's like no matter like in Dark Knight, you have nothing to hit me with. That's pretty much what it is. He's a troller. So
No, I actually just went back to Release Therapy is why we know Amber Rose.
how so? Oh, she was in the video for the Chris Brown record, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, whatever.
And now we have
That
the
money
Slut
maker,
Walk.
right?
Yeah, money maker. Shake your money maker.
Hey, that shit was hard.
Yeah, it was. But yeah,
I'm just saying. Like, I was just saying. Now we have the Slut Walk.
because of Ludacris, not because of Kanye, but because of Ludacris.
Yeah.
Put some respect.
Maybe
on
he is washed.
Wow. Put some respect
No,
on
I'm fucking
Ludacris.
playing.
Put
Put
some
some goddamn respect on Ludacris's name.
for real. Not just 6ix9ine's a troll, so I don't take anything he says serious. Because Ludacris is,
Hey,
Ludacris
man.
can easily just diss him, but it's like, for what?
I mean, he could easily diss him, and that shit would be so dope.
But it
won't-
just the way
Oh, yeah.
Ludacris drops diss tracks, man. Like
But
those
this is
shits.
But it won't be received the
Sick.
same. It won't
Exactly.
Be
Oh
received
yeah, no.
Exactly.
Well,
And
to me, it would just based off of.
Well, of
his
course, of hip hop,
lyricism, you know what
but
I'm
we're
saying?
talking about a new generation.
Yeah,
where
you're talking about them.
He
It's
drops
like,
it, and all of a sudden now it's all he just proved the point.
And
You are
6ix9ine's
petty, you
gonna
are
play.
washed,
And 6ix9ine's gonna play the victim. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just a kid. I'm just a 21-year-old kid.
So you talking shit to a 21-year-old? That's how he does.
Yep, exactly. Anyway, fuck him. Rest in peace to DJ Ready Red,
Yeah.
R.I.P.
the what's it called, founding member of the Ghetto Boys. And you dropped some shit on me last night when we were talking about it.
He actually was residing here in San Jose from 2002 up until he passed over this past week.
That's hella fucking random.
Random as fuck.
When I read that on this rundown, I was like, dude, what?
Yeah.
Like-
He moved out here after
9/11.
9/11 around the springtime, and he was out here. Like, he did interviews out here. I think he had to set up some workshops.
Really?
Yeah, he was out here. Unfortunately, he passed away of a heart attack. Mm-hmm. He was 53 years old. And then he was the Ghetto Boys DJ from 87 to 91. So he was there for the major hits
Right.
that they accumulated. So definitely want to give a shout out and a rest in peace to him and condolences to his family as well as the remaining members of the Ghetto Boys. Mm-hmm. Black Panther, your favorite film of the year.
No. Dust.
Your favorite film of the year is actually hitting Netflix next week on September the 4th.
Yep. So you can all watch what happened before the snap. Be all happy, all gone. Yeah, see, again, I am so happy he died in Infinity War.
Yeah,
all them
but
black
he's coming back.
Exactly, but
And then you're going to have to deal with Black Panther 2.
no, because I think they're gonna learn their lesson.
Nah.
No, they're gonna learn their lesson this time.
How many times have you seen black people celebrate the resurrection of Jesus?
Yeah, but this is just a sequel. The sequel, I don't think it's going to... It's one of those lightning in the bottle moments. It's still going to make it some money.
Did you not just hear what I said?
Yeah. I heard what the fuck you just said, but
people
I'm just saying.
People celebrated the life of Jesus, but that resurrection?
Yeah, he's going to come back as a white man.
Bro. Yeah.
Oh, you see what I just said? He's going to come back as a white man and call it Black Panther and win a fucking Oscar. Yeah. More serious than a joke. No, but they really...
Black Panther. Played by...
Michael Douglas.
Played by Jake Gyllenhaal.
Shit. Nah, but seriously, they're about to... they really are trying to push that shit for Best Picture
Co-starring...
at the Oscars.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to push it for... They're trying to get at least nominated. Because they're just trying to flex. Let them do it. Fuck it.
Hey,
I mean, Superman got nominated for Best Picture
Might as well.
and won Best Picture. So fuck it, let a black man get it. But I still feel Black Klansman's gonna get it. Still feel it. We'll see, but that'd be too much blackness.
But speaking of Black Panther, Sci-Hi, he did an interview with DJ Booth, and he revealed that he was offered the Black Panther soundtrack before Kendrick was.
Get the fuck out of here.
Come on.
Ryan Coogler said... Did
you read the article?
No, I didn't want to. No.
Yo, for the listeners, just go read the article.
Don't read the article.
I'll post the link up. That shit's one of those things where you read it and you go, you should have just kept that shit to yourself.
Ryan Coogler said he wanted Kendrick and Kendrick alone. But, Shy was like, no, they wanted me. No.
Somebody on Twitter said, I could already hear that shit now. Whereas they trying to outplay me on all kinds of daps. I just looked at it and said, what kind of shit is that?
Wakanda, get it? He said, get it? Ah!
Yeah. But there was somebody else that had a good week in terms of dealing with Black Panther. So, of course, SZA was featured on one of the highly downloaded tracks from that soundtrack. Well, Control is now certified platinum, and she's amassed 2.3 billion streams of the album. So, round of applause to SZA.
Good for her.
2.3 billion.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the new platinum now, billion.
Yeah.
Going back to Black Klansman, the star, John David Washington, of course, Denzel and his mom, Paula's son. He was doing an interview for just getting prepared for the run of the film. And I forgot who was interviewing, but he kept focusing on Denzel.
Yeah.
And so then, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But what I appreciated was that John stopped him and he goes, my mom has also paid her dues too. Mm-hmm. And while my father taught me how to hunt, she was the one that taught me how to love. And brought up an interesting story, which was that when it came for the first date, she not only paid for the dinner, she paid for the taxi.
Yeah.
And that resonated with me because I was just reading that, I was like, 95% of these birds would have passed on Denzel Washington.
Think about that for a second. Like, seriously.
Cause they be on social media, like, I ain't paying for shit. I'm not doing anything. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Just think about that. 95% of birds.
The birds. We're not talking about you women, just birds. You Nicki fans.
Yeah, the barbs. The barbs and they mamas would have passed up on Denzel Washington. Mm-hmm. That's funny.
That's crazy.
And that shows you that it takes a true woman to see the potential.
She knew what she wanted.
And the value that you bring.
Nah, right? She knew what the fuck she wanted. So she had to do what she had to fucking do.
Yeah. And I'm not saying she's living off that. I'm just saying for what materialized afterwards, it's worked out very well for her.
Plus, this was before he became Denzel. This was when he was still on the rise. And she believed in him and saw him as a man. Man, round of applause for her.
Exactly.
Love
Mama Paula.
And when it comes to Twitter, I've said this time, and something even happened today, which was kind of funny. But watch what you say on Twitter, people, because your tweets can and will be used against you.
Oh, man.
Today, actually, some dude went online because I guess he works at a fucking doctor's office, and he was just getting it. He was just tweeting for the fucking likes and the retweets and shit. But he was going in on IG models and talking about how they get work done, and he has the info on them and shit. So there are people on Twitter pretty much contacted his field, the office he works at, and got some old tweets from 2012 where he's glamorizing rape.
Oh, God.
Saying rape is cool.
I'm not laughing at the rape. I'm laughing at the fact that he would even have
Yeah, it's like
something of that nature.
Nigga was a fucking idiot, and now they say he was like. Then he tweeted, "Oh damn, they sent me home." Yeah, no shit. Being all loud about it.
Sent me home.
See, because you were threatening to fucking release fucking confidential fucking documents and shit. Nigga, the fuck's wrong with you, man? Whatever.
I mean, isn't there like a doctor-patient confidentiality?
Yeah, but he was trying to get it in for the likes and shit. And
it's trash.
That's what these black Twitter people, they feel like they got power and they get attention. And then when that happens, they lose their fucking jobs.
Stunting for the tweets goes wrong.
Stunting for the tweets go wrong. Stunting for social media goes wrong. Not just Twitter, Instagram, Snap, all that shit.
Right. But the big story involving when stunting on social media goes wrong, Naomi H was a Twitter handle. She had just received a NASA internship, and she lost that NASA internship because she couldn't keep her fucking keys off the keyboard. So it says, "Everyone shut the fuck up. I got accepted for a NASA internship." And this gentleman, Homer Hickam, posted and said, "Language."
Language sound like my mom. Language.
And she responded back with,
That sound like 6ix9ine. Suck my dick and balls, nigga. I'm working at NASA, nigga.
and of course, the biggest joke of them all.
And
Homer then responded with,
and I am the National Space Council that oversees NASA. You fired.
You get fired on your day off.
Now, a lot of people were actually upset with him, saying that he got her fired, so he had to come back out and clear it up and say, "I didn't say shit. They saw the tweets." Well, he didn't say I didn't say shit.
Yeah.
But
paraphrasing.
right. I didn't say shit. They actually saw the tweets and they handled it. I do feel bad that she lost the internship, but, you know.
It is what it is. Womp womp.
Yeah. Now, there were actually some people on social media who were defending, "Suck my dick and balls. I'm working at NASA."
They also defend whole ass nigga in office. They also defend other people. It's not surprising. So.
Yeah, nothing surprises me. It's just...
That shit's just funny, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Everyone shut the fuck up. No one was talking. It's Twitter.
But you know, people go off for the retweets, man. I'm telling you, niggas like airing out their L's. They like doing all this. People think I'm the crazy one. Like, dude, it's just like I'm not the crazy one. I don't even talk about my personal life like that. I don't even do it for the tweets. Well, I kind of do sometimes, but I know when to limit myself. It's entertainment at the end of the day. Some niggas take this shit too damn serious.
Yeah,
way too serious.
Taraji P. Henson is going to be starring in What Men Want, and this is going to be the remake of Mel Gibson's What Women Want.
Pretty much, she's going to be reading dudes' thoughts.
Yeah,
I'm actually curious about that. Does that sound weird?
Yeah,
no,
it does.
No,
well, not because What Women Want, like that.
The concept of a guy reading a woman's mind. You know how much pull he'll get? Imagine if I could read a chick's mind.
That's not what this film's going to be about.
I know, she's going to be reading the dude's mind. Yeah. She's going to know our secrets.
The dude's mind. I mean, we don't think about much other than sex, you know, for the most part.
But no, she'll know their secrets. She'll know, like, come on, if you're in a fucking boardroom and you'll know what these niggas are thinking, she can use it against them. Just like how we use their shit against women. Come on, it goes both ways.
Nah,
it's kind of like that fucking...
but that's what makes me curious about it. Just to see exactly how they play off that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could work.
I was just thinking of it from a script standpoint. I'm not interested in seeing this. I really wasn't feeling What Women Want.
Oh, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. That movie was trash. I actually seen it with my mom. But
I didn't mind it.
Just because you make it a quote-unquote urban... film remake doesn't mean that it's going to be that much better. It's still a shitty ass script.
Right.
Well, just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see. But I ain't putting much stock or faith into it.
And last but not least, we forgot to mention this, but somebody wanted Hove's fade. So, this past weekend, the On the Run 2 tour was in Atlanta. And at the end of the show, Jay-Z and Beyonce say their goodbyes, their bows and shit. And they hold hands and they turn around all dramatically and walk backstage holding hands. Well, a fan, a white boy, got up on stage, jumped the guardrail and walked up on stage and pretty much tried to punch Jay-Z in the name of Beehive.
I was about to say, was this a fan or was this a Hive member?
What's the difference?
Because this sounds like a Hive, Stan.
It was
fan.
Pretty much from what reports say. This guy was yelling. He was pretty much cussing out Jay-Z the entire night, cussing him out for how he cheated on Beyonce. So when he jumped to guardrail, it was like, let me talk to your partner.
Hey, playboy.
Hey, playboy. Got something to say. And the dancers proceeded to jump his ass on some shield shit. Power bombed his ass through the fucking table. Don't you ever touch Beyonce.
Fuck the club up. Fuck the club up. Bitch. People's elbow. Bitch.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they jumped the shit out of him, power bombed him, did everything. But Beyonce, I mean, it was funny. All the Beyonce, is Beyonce okay? Not if Jay-Z's okay.
I know.
But if Beyonce okay? Yeah, she was good. And it was funny, like the next night when they did the shit again, Beyonce, they were about to walk away and Beyonce turned around and did a little karate kick, like, what, nigga? And then walked away. See, I damn near I've been seeing all these clips from the On the Run too, and Beyonce looked like she is on one. She
don't give a fuck.
She give no fucks. I'm like, I gotta go to this to see Beyonce gets off the hen.
her not give a fuck game is so on point that she turned what would have been a catastrophic fall for any other R&B singer out there into a moment on social media where she's not human at all.
Well, she just caught herself and like, whoop, and then
it's not even that she caught herself, it's the motion she was in. She shouldn't have been able to catch herself,
but she did.
Yeah, she did.
She did. That's Beyonce, baby.
That's what she do.
There was another clip I saw. There was another clip I saw of her dancing, and she dropped the microphone, and the dancers were so in sync. I didn't even notice because I was just watching Beyonce. But then when you watch it again, you literally see her like drop the mic, and the dancer literally grabs it, picks it up, and they go right back in motion. Like you in one quick motion. It was quick.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I might just buy tickets to this shit because hey, it's a once in a lifetime. Who knows when they might go on tour again? Well, they might do it again. They might do On the Run 3 because Jay-Z got that 10-year deal with Live Nation, like his whole extension and shit to go on tour. So he has more albums to drop, but he'll be touring till he's 50. Well, he's 47 now.
He got to drop 555.
555.
Shit.
I don't know. He has to be in the mood to drop an album. You know his black ass. He has to be inspired. He can move at his own time.
Well, man, I mean, he owns fucking Tidal, like
he owns Tidal,
which means he has an ownership in Sprint because he's in everybody's phone. So
and what else? And what else
got to
can
move on anybody else's time.
He's the bar. Him and Beyonce are the bar.
Right.
They set the bar. They don't care about no record sales or shit. Streaming records. They are the streaming records. Shit,
bitch, we is the streams.
We are the streams. Yeah.
Should be the next name of the album. The Streams.
We are the streams.
Not the Carters. The Streams.
The streams. Just renamed themselves. Shit.
Hell of a show.
How long?
Hell of an episode.
241.
240. Yeah. Decent time. I'm surprised we got through everything. I thought we were gonna have to skip some stuff over, but we got it.
Could have left off the What a Woman Wants shit.
That was a part of it. If we threw some of the other stuff in.
Like what?
Yeah. Yeah, we threw Sahai in, so why not?
That should have been not mentioned.
That's why it was a mention. Who cares?
Mention my ass.
We got through the show, so of course at this point you know what to do.
For real though.
Yeah. You could hit up the official podcast Twitter handle, iLLogical SP. Of course, you can find me, JC No Hundreds, across all social media platforms. You can find the podcast Instagram handle, The iLLogical Sense. And then, of course, like us on Facebook.
And Facebook and Instagram. You can find me, of course, Mr. Busby 408. If you are a rapper, don't bring that smoke into my mentions. I ain't gonna get into it. But yeah.
Oh, man.
Somebody's hype, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. And you too, Martine.
Oh yeah, me. Yeah, that's right, me. Beats be killing them. Every social media outlet. Venomous on all digital streaming platforms. Look for that. The Roll Up is the album. Check that out.
Don't forget your EPs too.
Oh yeah, the pre-roll pack 1, 2, and 3. And actually, I didn't mention this, but I actually dropped the pre-roll pack collection. Like I put them all together.
Oh, nice,
one.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a little, 11 tracks. It's cool.
It's like you're making a big ass stogie. Yeah.
Man, that's how I do. You should have seen, man, on Snapchat. I only posted it on Snapchat, I think. I actually had a 6-gram joint
He was super high.
Oh, I was lit. I was like, once that shit came out, bro. Oh my god, spark up.
And if you're listening all the way to this point, right now you can find the August playlist, which is now available, and that is Summer Season Volume 3.
The final one of the year.
Yeah, well, final one of the summer.
Summer, that's what I meant. Yeah, this year.
Yeah. So you can find that again, Apple Music, Spotify, and then, you know,
Title.
you gotta get that title.
Maybe that title. See, Hope gotta break
I'm
us
on
a
that
check
playlist.
one day.
Yeah, Martin's
Yeah,
on
he's on that
playlist.
shit.
I'm on the playlist.
See, Hope gotta break us a check one day because we keep saying title.
Gotta get that title.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get mad when we keep imitating him.
I was just gonna say that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, probably take it with honor. We ain't saying it to be mean. It's homage.
Never know, man. Had a weird,
Copyright.
no, I just remember this weird dream I had about Jay-Z.
Oh, hold on. No, that's where we...
No.
That's where we...
No. I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna tell this dream. I was in the car with him and young Guru, his engineer, and we were both smoking. So Guru, and it was in a big ass Maybach, and one of them big. I was in the back seat. Jay-Z was in the passenger seat. Guru was driving. So I'm smoking, and Jay-Z gives me the weed, right? And when I'm about to smoke, the weed, the blunt unravels in itself. I don't know how it does. I was like, oh shit, my bad. Jay-Z just looks at me like, what? Just looks at me, gives me this real death stare. Young Guru was like, and then I was just like, oh shit, okay, just take me home. And Young Guru's like, yeah, I'm gonna take him home. And then Jay's like, nah, he ain't done chilling with us yet. And I was like, the way he said it, like, oh shit. So then I just literally step out the car. Literally when it's driving, I just step out, just tumble out and shit. And I wake up. And I was like, that was fucking weird. So fuck Jed York for that dream. And catch y'all next week.
Peace.